So quick update to everyone. I still can't verify my YouTube account in order to get to monetize the podcast.
It's been a week.
It's been a week. They said it takes 1 to 2 weeks. You know what?
With your luck, you know it's me like day 14, right?
Man, listen. Let me tell you something about Google. How the fuck, like, I've had it. How the fuck can you be the biggest tech company in the world?
Okay.
Right?
No cap.
And when I put my phone number in, you need a week to sort it out, to change it and update it. When I log into fucking, fucking Reddit's comment or mouth page, I just got to put my phone number in immediately, and it logs it in, like, you know what I mean, like without like, you know what I'm saying? It's unreasonable. Like, it should be immediate.
It's universal though. Like, yeah, I thought about this when you were complaining about it on the last episode, and I was like, even at our job, you would think, yeah, after all this time, that somebody figured it out at the top. Like, hey, this happened last year.
Dude, I don't understand. So, like, I got a new phone. Hold on 1 second, pardon me. So I got the 13. And I got it with the terabyte, and I got the max.
Flex on them,
dude. Just flexing on, dude.
You came a long way, bro.
That's the 14 years on the job, man.
Damn you.
But yes, that is, all these things are true. But so I did this new thing. They got a new thing now where you don't have to like hook it up to the cloud or anything. You can just sit your old phone on top of your new phone and transfers all the data to it.
I've done that a few times.
Small flex. Relax, this is my house. So I liked it a lot, but like, I'm going in to get on my apps and shit. All of them work fine. I'm still logged into Facebook on my new shit. I'm still logged into Twitter on my new shit. I'm still logged into Instagram on my new shit. Guess what I'm not logged into? Fucking YouTube. So I go to log into YouTube, and they're like, we need you to verify your that this is you. Mm-hmm. We're gonna send you a code to your YouTube account on your phone.
Yep. Yes, I know.
How are you going to send me a verification to the YouTube account on my phone when I'm using my phone to try to verify my YouTube account?
Yeah. Feel like
it's out of control.
They're gonna make it hard too. I think like in a couple weeks they're gonna have the 2-step verification,
and we're just going with it. And that's the other thing. I've signed up for that like 100 different times. Right? They have a reserve email for me. They got my phone number. They could do 100 different things to contact me. They choose the one thing that I can't do. So I'm getting fucking furious. So I go into my old phone. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm going to use my own phone. I don't need this new phone. I don't need it. It's a luxury, like a straw. Do you know what I'm saying? I can drink without a straw.
Your nose to spite your face, bro.
It's a luxury. So
he's so angry.
I love it. It's great.
So I got my old phone out to get on my YouTube because I had to share something to Patreon. And then on that phone is where they sent the verification. So, but they should say, look, we're sending it to your old phone. But
what? So it makes sense now that you know.
Yes, but what if I had just traded my old phone in, got my new phone, went to go set it up, downloaded the app, that bit? Then what?
Then you can go fuck yourself.
Right. That's the answer, dude. I got some wild news this week because I went to Fort Armistead,
bro.
But we'll get into all that. I just wanted to say that we're still not monetized on YouTube. Thank you all for getting us to 1,000. I think we're at 1,002. Please don't lose your account. At least 3 of you don't lose your account between now and next week. Next week, I guess I'll bite the bullet and call Adam and beg for help.
What does it take for somebody to unsubscribe?
You got to go and click a button.
What I'm saying is, like, why would you,
dude? People hold that shit.
You've done it,
not as in like a mean way, because like you end up subscribing to shit you like over time, and then your fucking feed is full, and you might not be interested in some shit anymore. So I would prune my substriction list once in a while.
So I feel like I would just change my notification settings. Then
so
it's harder to do that than to just like unsubscribe.
I got you.
So I've done it as a So I'm not subscribed to many accounts because I don't have time to watch this shit.
I mean, people follow you don't follow them.
Enough. I knew that we were headed. So I'm subscribed to a few, but like there are a few, like in the beginning, that like they subscribed, I just subscribe back.
Yeah. Sub for sub. Yeah.
So then every now and then I've gone back like, hey, look,
Do I really want to?
our shit didn't turn out the same way, and I'm sorry about that.
Well, you know exactly what. You don't have to do that now.
That sounds awful, but it's very true.
At least you're honest.
Yeah, because my feed is important, right? Like I want the shit in my feed that I want in it.
Yeah.
So,
You don't have so much time to scroll, and you don't want to fucking bullshit in there.
yeah. All right. So
So ass and kittens.
for you,
Instagram.
and for me, it's ass, toys, and then music. Drill artists, dude. This one guy who you know I'm a fan of, Bankroll Boona.
Yep, big fan.
Big fan. I'm a big fan. He put up one of his songs today, and the backdrop to one of his songs was an actual murder taking place, like on a security camera.
So since it's coming from him, love to hear it. love to hear it. Dude, let's keep it going, you know?
So I have
On brand, I guess.
as you guys knew, Chris was going to be out of town this week, so we had guests, and like.
I
His
was
living
gonna
his best
ask.
life
You
right
said,
now, bro.
You said Chris and Joe had a beef, but every time I'm here, Chris ain't here. So what's that, Chris? What's that? Where's your beef?
So you remember Casey from before. Casey, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And we have finally welcomed Gamez. You have been spoken about on the show
Many
a few times. So welcome. Welcome. And remember, don't be afraid. Pull that bad boy right up. Yeah.
After you went to Ford,
Yeah, you are.
wants
Yeah,
that
you
shit
are.
right up
Don't be
close.
afraid. Don't be afraid. So with that, Gamez, this is your first time, so to speak.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. So how was your week? How was your nerd week? You're a bit of a nerd too, closet nerd. Like you got
Yeah.
like a lot of anime and shit. That I'm not-
Like the difference, you know, Bobby's in the whole like comic and stuff like that, DC or Marvel, mostly DC, but
yeah.
I mean, which I like too, but I'm kind of big on the anime scene, you know.
Bro, there's 3 of us in this table now.
I know.
This is great.
I know. You guys are gonna be fucking putting belt buckles on your forehead and running around like a bunch of idiots before we know it.
Okay, so to be honest with you, I never did that. So that show is Naruto, which
Yeah, he didn't
You were
know.
never-
He did not know.
Yeah.
I know.
He knows now because his kid.
I
my
actually
kids
didn't
into it.
start watching that. I didn't actually watch that show till senior year of high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's way too late.
I didn't watch it until I was in my 30s.
I don't know if it's too late because it's still going.
Yeah, it was still going.
It's like the kid now. Like his kid.
I literally watched
Yes.
like it was like 400 some episodes, like, and they still had like another 100, 200 to go before it finished.
Well, you
Dude,
could-
One
you could
Piece just hit
skip-
1,000, bro.
You can skip
yeah,
the
I know.
pillars.
No,
Yo, that robot episode. Oh, the Naruto robot.
I don't
was
even remember that
I was
'cause
about
it's
to
part-
quit.
Oh,
I was about
I
to
do.
quit.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But I've been pretty much drunk all week.
Love to hear it.
I was drinking every single day.
So, did you ever get them Air Force Ones clean? That you
No, I tell you, I got the beaters on right now. These
first
are
of all,
the beater ones.
when you take a picture,
Peter once.
Dude,
you got to
no.
remove the shoe from the picture
No,
when it's
man.
the beaters on.
It shows character, man. It shows character. Get them
It's
a
like
little beat.
scars.
Dude, that's why you always have the good Air Force One pairs, the clean ones that you only wear on special occasions.
Just to surprise them.
Yeah, it's surprising. Like,
They're like,
oh, he's not homeless.
oh,
yeah,
hey, he's not dusty all the time.
Yeah, like he actually has like some respect for the Air Force One, you know?
Okay, so where did you go? You went on a little trip. I saw you were going on
Yes,
a little trip. You were
so-
catching flights, not feelings.
Exactly. We leave that one for later. But so actually it started Tuesday. An old Marine Corps buddy of mine's and a couple of our buddies hanged out. Mm-hmm. Got pretty lit at the Dave and Buster's in Gaithersburg.
As one does.
Yeah, he went.
Times.
And
Cancun Cantina was all booked.
dude, I've been driving by lately. It's been pretty dead, man.
Dead?
Yeah, it's been dead, dude.
Oh, I hate to hear it. That
It's
fucking
the Rona.
That fucking that Journey playlist finally got played out.
So basically, we drank Tuesday, Wednesday. You know, I crashed because you know, drink and drive anymore.
Sure, smart man.
Stayed there. We had some udon noodles at some restaurant in Bethesda. It's called Tokyo Dashi.
Oh, you're trying to make a friend.
Yeah, trying to get a
I
friend.
know exactly what you're talking about,
He's
bro.
like, did you say Joe's
Gotta
gonna be here?
connect. I'm trying to
brush
connect
up.
here. Drank there. Had some first time having this Japanese beer. It's called like Ichi something. I don't know what it's called, but it slapped.
Gitchy guy. That's it.
I don't know about that.
Then Thursday flew out to Boston and drank Thursday, Friday.
What'd you go to Boston for?
Yeah.
So me and my buddy went to go visit one of our good friends that lives in Boston. He's been there for like 3 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, him and his girlfriend lived there because she's doing like she's like a research doctor.
Oh,
That's what she's going to school for.
What's
Shit.
And so he's about to be a stay-at-home dad and all that.
Yeah,
Kind
in
of
it for the
hell
bag.
yeah.
Love to
Hell
hear
yeah.
it.
yeah. love to see it. I love to see it. So yeah.
So there's no more stigma with that shit anymore, right? Because I remember back in the day when like you stay at home dad, people look at you funny.
I think there is, but only from angry working men.
Yeah, men who hate their job and have to work every single day.
Like this
Fucking stay-at-home husband sounds amazing.
Can you believe this pussy? now pass me that fucking shit shoveler. So yeah, I saw you. You were going out, and I also know I know you're. I'm treading lightly, but you and I have mutual friends.
Yes,
and there's been a lot of rumors flying around in mutual friends recently.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's news to me.
Many. So for those listening, Gomez, I hate to hear it, but recently you've been in a long-term, well, not a short-term relationship. And
is it long or short?
No, it's a short-term relationship. Might be long for him.
Yes, for me that's long. So to give a year. It was a year.
Oh, yeah. It's the one that.
Yeah,
Wait,
the one
over?
you. Huh?
Is it still going? Listen. The one thing I'm gonna say is I already got in trouble for being on the podcast once. I said something stupid.
Did you really?
Well, I mean, it wasn't stupid.
No, I just had to edit it out.
No. It was about.
Oh, really?
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna let you get back.
No, go ahead.
I just Kanye'd him. I'm sorry. Joe was talking about how his wife cooks, and I said, "Oh, do she got a sister?" Oh, and somebody ain't like it. But everything in the podcast is context and just banter. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
of course.
Yeah, but this got a little. Satire. I'm giving him a pause because I was like, take a break, figure out.
Let him get his thoughts. Yeah. I want to tell you, I saw a meme recently that said it had I don't know how fluent you are with Star Wars, but it had
I'm not.
It had a woman checking out a new dishwasher for the first time, and then it had the Namodian from Star Wars from Episode 1 going, "Now there are two of them."
Oh my god!
Jesus, just good fun satire and so forth.
All right, so right back.
So, I heard that it's not so much it's not so much over as much as it is maybe an on again, off again kind of.
Those are the words.
I mean, we are officially not
together,
but
you have officially been together.
Yeah.
She's not tuning into Nerd Rage, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? That's true. Look, we are charting in the UK. But she don't live in the UK.
You're right. Yes, I've seen her a couple times since, but officially,
yes,
we're not. Two times.
Yes,
but officially, we're not.
Oh man, Gomez 2 times. Go get the papers.
Yeah, it's I guess you could say it's a little complicated.
Yeah, it sounds complicated, man.
Yeah.
It sounds complicated. I hope it all shakes out.
I mean,
I hope it shakes sooner or later, one way or another, whichever way it goes. We'll
remember
see.
fucking Facebook relationship status when people put it's complicated? That shit is, you always like side eye that motherfucker.
Well, I'll tell you, so like Gomez is one of the dudes that's been schooling me on how the young people are moving out there these days, and he's been telling me about how the social medias and it's important when you post your significant other.
Hey, for some people, it might be their bitch.
It might be.
Yeah,
it might be. And it's a big step.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yep. So like, it's been interesting to catch up on that, and I like all that sociological stuff. It fascinates me.
Yeah, I mean, I can give two shits about being posted. I myself, I don't care if I get posted. I don't care.
I mean, she's private anyway. You know what I mean?
Hey, you.
Casey is our next guest. How was your week? Or quarter, or at this point,
you know it's rough. You know how to rough one.
I know. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
I haven't. I
appreciate it.
Yeah,
it's been hard for me to keep up on anything. So I almost didn't want to. I feel like I was going to drag it down.
Yeah.
But I also knew that you guys would pick me up. So I appreciate y'all for that. Okay, that wasn't worthy of a sound effect, but all right, I'll take it.
He just press the buttons, bro.
I just addicted. I'm gonna find a girl with the sexiest voice, and when I do, I'm gonna have her do a drop for me and says, "Bobby, push the button."
Okay, that's fire.
Maybach music. You know, you got
oh shit, son, where'd you get that?
That's music, Bobby.
I wish everybody could see your finger wag when you're deciding which button to press.
Yeah. Well, so I know. I'll be honest with you. I know that this one is the air horn. I know that this one is the cockback. I know that this one is the gunshot, so to speak. I know that this one is the cha-ching. This is
dolphin.
This is the Dolphin. This is Chris. These
Can we
are
call
all
Dolphin Joe.
These are all. These are all explosions of some sort. But I think this is thunder. I think this is a fireball, and I think this is like a bomb.
That sounds like a video game.
Yeah, I'll be honest, but I'm not 100% sure. But I do really enjoy it, like an awful lot, like an awful lot. And
It's
I
an
have
art.
3 banks.
It's an art.
So I'm just using one bank right now.
Yeah.
I have 3 banks I can shovel through. I just haven't had the time to program them all.
Nice.
Do better.
I know.
Do it for the people.
I do need to do better.
Do it for the people.
I'll do it for 1,007
There you go.
subscribers.
I'll take it. I didn't have a lot of time to do much, but I went 1 for 1 in the thing that I did watch, which was The Harder They Fall on Netflix.
How was it?
What's that one with Halle Berry?
No. That's I'll get to that.
What is it about?
The Harder They Fall is basically the first show or movie that Jay-Z produced.
It's like a cowboy movie. The soundtrack is awful. Can we talk about that?
It's a black western, and I would say
I'm not allowed to talk about it then. I guess that's
yeah.
I'm not allowed to talk about it. It's off limits, Joe.
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Idris Elba is the
Okay, so I
I'll
started
say
watching
bad
that.
guy. And which goes back to what we talked about, man. Like everything I watch, Game of Thrones, whatever, like I always look at the villain and I'm like, is he a villain? You know what I mean? What's his story? Like I want to hear it. So great. This was I got lucky. Like I said, it's the only thing that I had an opportunity to watch and I nailed it. Like it was the best thing that I've watched in years.
Yeah, you listen to the soundtrack.
Yeah. So
Don't.
what? Wait a minute.
Don't.
When I watched the movie, I said, these tracks are fire. So I added it to my Spotify playlist. I just favorited it. I never got a chance to dive in and actually listen to it like in the car. But it
must have been
in the
different.
context of exactly.
The soundtrack must have been inspired by.
It hit different in the movie. It was good.
Because as many know, I'm a Hove Venger.
Jesus Christ.
Yo.
A hope engine.
He's on. This is like his project, this soundtrack, and I think he's tied up in the movie as well in some regard. And the soundtrack, his performances specifically, I wish I'd never heard them.
I heard him. I don't know if they played a snippet of the verse or the whole verse, but the one he was on at that point in the movie, I loved it.
Oh, good.
So
for
I
you.
would go back and watch it.
God bless you.
Go and watch it.
Yeah,
first of all.
I'll watch it.
I
watched. You
enjoyed
ever
it.
watch Posse?
No. Are you saying it right?
Yeah. So Posse was a black cowboy movie.
Okay.
It was released in like 91. It was Mario Van
actually watched
Peebles,
it, yeah.
I think, did
I
it.
watched
Intelligent Hoodlum, who ended up becoming Tragedy Gaddafi, who ended up finding Capone and Noriega, did the soundtrack for that one. One of the Baldwins is in it as like the token white guy.
Okay.
I think Big Daddy Kane is fucking in it.
Wow.
Fact check me on that, but I think Big Daddy Kane is one of the cowboys. And I remember I liked it as a kid. There's this one scene. The bad guy in that one is a white guy for sure.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, they're awful, aren't they? But like,
Is this a movie or is this real life?
not like us.
not a white guy
not like us, right, guys?
I see what you did. This motherfucker tapped on. He did this last time. He tried to tap on every demographic.
Yeah. So, but he was like, they had I believe it was a Native American in the. Or indigenous person in the.
I had to clear your throat. Like,
Cowboy movie, at least one.
He was in the kitchen, right? And he was like, do you know who this is? And the cowboy was like, no, I have no clue. And he was like a soldier and some, and he's like, oh, this is the last member of the Motisa tribe. And they're like, no shit. And he's like, yeah, watch. And he lifted up his teacup, and the dude's like, Motisa?
God damn it.
That was a Joe joke.
But it happened. I mean, in the movie, it's fucking.
That's wild.
And then the dude, I know the Baldwin dude threw knives, and then I remember that Big Daddy Kane was in it. Mario Van Peebles directed it. I want to say he wrote it, and he starred in it, like a kind of Warren Beatty and Bugsy kind of deal. But it was good. It was good. If you, it was.
I'll go
wait,
check it out.
Pardon me. When I was 10, it seemed all right.
Right. Okay.
Exactly.
Right,
I
right,
watched
right.
it
So
when it
go
came
back.
out also.
Yeah.
I remember watching the movie, but
That
I
sounds-
can't tell you anything about it right now.
Was it comedic?
No,
No.
it was real.
Okay.
It was about Jesse James.
Okay.
Like I think he's
Jesse James.
I think he's supposed to be like, the like who's a famous. I don't even know who the fuck. Wild Bill. Wild Bill's probably the most famous cowboy. Wild Bill, and then fucking Doc Holliday, right?
Yeah, that's probably the big three. Yeah,
not Doc Hollywood. That's Michael J. Fox.
Got it. I think your audience knew that.
But they, I think the Jesse James is, I believe, like the most kind of notable or famous in that demographic, I believe.
We said the most movies. Or people trying to make
at least
James,
depending on who this guy's about, it might be at least 1 for 1.
No, it's not this is a whole its own
bag.
Fictional.
I'm telling you guys.
Yeah.
It's also it is long. It's long, and
how
there
long?
are parts that drag. But I said,
So I have
than a
started
duck's
watching
dick.
that
How
movie. I
about-
just haven't finished it.
Well, the length of movies is different. It's like different, perceived differently nowadays.
Yeah.
Because like there was a movie I remember. It was long when I was young, but now looking at it as 2 hours. I'm like, oh, movies were only an hour and a half back in the day.
Let's
Now
say
there's a
it's
short
about
fucking
3
movie.
cassette tapes. How about that? 3 VHS.
That's crazy.
I hate to hear that.
The Titanic was like fucking.
That was 2 though.
Was it 4? I thought it was a 4-box.
It was-
No, Forrest Gump was 4.
Was it?
That shit was long.
Titanic was
Damn,
2
you
or
guys
3,
are-
I think.
Yeah, dude. Did you ever have a VHS tape, Gomez?
Yes, I did.
Which one did you have?
That's
Not the one with your ex.
You had Casper.
I had Lion King.
Hell yeah!
In Spanish.
Spanish.
Spanish Lion King.
Oh yeah, dude, they didn't have Duolingo shit back in the day.
Dude, I had the Lion King in Spanish VHS tape, dude.
Dude, you had to get different tapes for different languages back in the day.
This is the most diverse the show has ever
Dude,
been.
it was
I think.
one of all of us are different. Something different.
White guy, Asian guy, Spanish guy, whatever case he is.
Son of a bitch.
All right, continue. What else? Anything else?
Great movie. I would be remiss if I didn't say that I have a friend down in Florida, huge nerd, love him to death.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, I'm coming to see Bobby. And is there anything like I could sneak in, or something you want to hear? Just like a little secret shout out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This son of a bitch comes back with, and I'm just gonna read it
Like a
'cause
paragraph.
It's bad. Okay. He said, "LOL. If they bring up Cats the musical and the buttholes, work in something about selling Taylor Swift butthole on the dark web, but it's really James Corbin's butthole.
It's happened. I mean, we bring that up fairly often.
I don't know anything.
So to bring
Cats the movie.
Cats the movie.
Yeah.
Right?
I never seen the press, but I know what you're talking about.
I couldn't sit through it.
I haven't either, but they don't have anuses.
I mean, they did.
The cat people don't have butts.
Yes, they
or
were
buttholes.
They were supposed to.
Cat people don't have buttholes. What are you talking about?
Yes, the actors playing the cats. The design originally had a butthole.
Gotcha.
Then they saw it and they were like, too fucked up. Edited it. They took it out. They took it out across the whole. But we are convinced that somewhere, just like there was a Snyder cut, there's a butthole cut out there.
Oh, dude, I'm sure, dude.
It's digital. All movies are digital now.
Yeah.
There's a copy somewhere in the internet.
Before
so
somebody was like, you know what? Let's just remove it all. The day before that, whoever emailed it, I want that email.
Now, is the James Corbin bit you guys too? Or is that his own?
I don't know.
I don't know that bit.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't
He
even know.
said like sell the butthole.
That's the guy who has pizzas.
What?
What?
James Corbin. He has
No,
pizza.
he's like a British, like I guess
He's the one
comedian.
with the talk show. Yeah, he's like
He had that-
carpool karaoke.
Yeah, the
Oh, you know I don't get out much. Who's the guy that sells a pizza? You like you're always trying to like
Papa John?
Papa John. Yeah.
No,
Wait, okay, so what do you?
I'm talking about you, like a guy comes into work. He's like, "You want to buy some pizza? Help my daughter get through elementary school or whatever."
I won't think of the name, but I do know.
I have
The
no idea
frozen. You're talking about the frozen garlic bread style.
All right, we're gonna get to the bottom of it.
Is it worth a Google? Your Google doesn't even work.
No, I'm not googling. I'm a phone a friend.
You can't even YouTube it.
I'm a phone a friend. Who do I know that's smart?
Bro, come on.
Jis. I'm gonna call Jis.
We don't know anybody.
Yeah, I don't know anybody.
Why would we know anyone smart?
It's you usually, and it's not a math question.
Well, I guess that means we're done, right?
Oh, you're just showing off now.
No, I'm gonna see. Oh, with my technology.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's pretty. It's fucking. It's lit
She's
over here.
flexing.
I hope
Wasn't
they say,
surprised.
bitch.
I took a phone call for him one night late. He better fucking pick up his phone.
It's like
Well, late. It's only,
yeah. Oh, this shit. though.
I'm 40. I'm 40. I'm about to be 41.
It's not an excuse, man.
That flannel's got to be hot on you.
I was born hot, man.
That's probably true.
I came out spicy, man. What you mean?
So clearly, I'm not here to answer the phone.
Clearly. You see how my friends do me?
That's a lot of attitude in that
I know,
voicemail,
so
dude.
clearly.
You don't know who I'm talking. Like everybody always comes in. They're like, you just check here. Do you want pizza? Do you want like a pepperoni or salt?
I don't have fucking kids, bro.
I'll call Laura.
She's upstairs.
Yeah, but what am I gonna do? Yell?
Yes.
While you're calling her, does your neighborhood have an HOA
just got the
Christmas
30
contest?
Oh, Christmas contest? I don't think so.
If not,
Have
I'm
you
not
actually
with
looked
it.
outside, bro?
You guys hate on your neighborhood. Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for you. The people that are always coming, like it's like your coworker and it wants to sell some fucking pizzas to you. What's the name of that?
Oh, I mean, I don't know what they call it.
It's like a guy's name. Who's the guy that you said that?
Oh, Joe Corby.
Oh, that's close. That is close.
That was okay.
See?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
You're not crazy.
Vindicated. Thank you. You just validated me. Thank you.
But you call
Validated
somebody
was
smart.
the word I was trying to say.
Joe Corby?
yeah, Joe Corby's Pizzas. Yeah,
I've never heard of that
They're
shit.
actually good
Yeah.
for some frozen shit.
Yeah. okay.
I never heard that shit in my life.
Yeah. Well,
It's clutch shit. It's like when you're fucked up and you come home.
Yeah, there you go.
Anything
There
is
you go.
fucking
There
good
you
in the
go.
fridge.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do my little research on that then.
I'm still not dealing with any, you know who. You know what I'm talking about. But we'll move off it. The,
I'm interested.
And this Taliban pizza.
I'll write it down. I'll write it down.
Okay.
Just know you hate it.
Is there anything? Or so Joe Corby's
Butthole. Butthole. We're talking about butthole.
Oh yeah, your friend. Your friend. Your friend.
I told you it was
anything
wild.
outside of your friend?
No, he loves you guys, man. Like honestly,
No shit.
Yeah, it's
listens?
crazy.
What's
Oh,
it?
stop.
What's his
He
name?
might be 1001.
What's his name?
Mike
Mike.
from Florida.
Mike from Florida.
Yeah,
Shout out to you.
Tampa.
Are you a Florida man?
In Tampa,
Have you
just
done fucking crazy Florida shit?
I'm sure. They look. It's like you know what's.
It's like a prerequisite?
You know what's crazy in Florida, like population wise, is like they're alligators. Like you know this? Like it's a fact. Like they're alligators. Like they run. Like Jisco sent me photos of the motherfuckers just walking down the street. Like you might see
I've heard that.
Like you might see a duck here walking down the street. Like it's just, like or a rabbit.
Yeah.
Like there's just like a whole alligator. Just
You ever see the signs that say
Savage, dude.
"Don't molest the alligators"?
So if like, now here look.
They got for real.
You know how long their lifespan can be?
Yeah, they
Approximately 100 years.
Really?
So there's a good chance you're going to see him later.
Oh my god, dude!
I was wondering. I was
I've heard
like,
a dad
he
joke in
knows.
so long of that.
He knows
It's 'cause
everybody
fucking Chris isn't here.
knows.
Chris isn't fucking here. You're taking his goddamn place.
Joe, how was your nerd week?
But how long has it been? I don't even know what the fucking day is. It's Monday. So, COVID shots for kids. Fucking look. All right, I'm not saying it's right. It's not good. You don't do it. But I totally understand why kids get shaken sometimes. The whole shaken baby thing.
All right.
Like when you take a kid and you shake him, like I don't do it. I don't do. But I get it. I get why you would want to do it.
Of course not.
I have to give the disclaimer here. Don't they be like, oh no, Joe, narrator, told me to shake my kid.
So let me as the only parent here, it's because you gentlemen never had the joy. The thing about that for me, when we had Jaina, she was what do they call it? Like she
the
fucking
crying thing?
Oh, her hair was messed up? I hate that.
It was nonstop. This kid, like the crying and like screaming and wailing, like. And there was one day, coming home from mopping my day job, and I picked the baby up, and the baby was screaming, and I changed the baby, and I changed the stimulus of the baby, and I fed the baby, and I like in terms of like, here, get over here and look at these toys. Look over here at these toys.
Got it.
I was like, you give
so
money,
glad you
stimulus
was
check,
with me.
stimulus
Like,
check.
I so to speak all that just in case. You know, like did all the things you're supposed to do, right? Read a fucking book or whatever the fuck, and like. You know, it was Machiavelli's The Art of War.
No,
still,
Definitely put her to sleep.
But like, you know, I'm doing all the things I'm supposed to do, and it wouldn't stop. And I picked her up. Yeah, I'm just going look. I'm just going to tell you.
Don't say it.
I didn't, but everything in my body was telling me, get this to stop this racket, no matter the cost.
That's honest. That's the honest.
And like
emotion.
And here's the thing: a person that we know, and you know too, Scotty, had a word of wisdom that popped inside of my head. It was one of the best pieces of advice that I ever got before I had a kid, and it said, "Look, when it gets bad, don't worry about what. Just when it gets bad, remember, cribs don't kill babies, parents kill babies. And it popped. It like it was like in 3D, like Tron or some shit, like right in front of my head, like floating like this, like on like an IG story. And like I took her upstairs, I put her in her fucking crib, I put the blanket on top of her, I went downstairs into the basement, I put headphones on, I sat there for 45 minutes.
I love that.
That's deep.
It stopped you. Great story. How in the fuck did y'all get to that conversation? That he had that idiom in his head.
When I was having a baby, you know, like everybody's got kids, they always want to give you their advice. And I'm no better. I do the same shit. Like you say, oh look, you buy this book. And I don't do that bit, but like before you know it, you got a whole fucking library, right? But I got two great pieces of advice that actually worked for me. One was that one because it probably saved my oldest life.
That's crazy.
And I used to have, because I used to work for social services. I have a magnet somewhere. And it's just this fucked up looking baby, and it says, it says, "Don't shake your baby. Call for help." And it has the 800 number to call.
I didn't realize this was
There's
such
a fucking magnet?
thing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Ask Laura. I'll call her next time.
Dude, shout out to Scotty.
Yeah, shout out to Scotty, man. But
and that's your own kid. So imagine somebody else's fucking kid for
I'd
sure.
fucking kick the shit out of somebody else's kid.
Dude, all week.
I'm laughing.
Dude,
Look at
but
his
the
face.
fact that you could bring yourself to that level with your own
kid. Yeah, that's
is what's crazy. So like, here's the other best piece of advice I got was from Smelts, and he said, "Get that motherfucker on a routine immediately." Like, how old is it? 6 hours? Word. Start the routine.
Dude, I heard the same thing.
So like, when I brought the baby home, we had dinner like at 5. Bath was at 5:30. Book was at 6. Bedtime was 6:30. And she woke up through the night probably like 5 times. And then a week later it was 4, and a week later it was 3, and then it was 1, and then it was 3. And like, for all of her bullshit that she was giving me during the day, the nights, she got her shit together pretty quick. Those were the best 2 pieces of advice I ever got regarding having a new kid.
I'm a big believer that kids are just like puppies. Right?
Yeah,
like
you train them.
You train them. They need their routine. They need regimen.
And you hit them on the nose with a newspaper.
Yeah.
So I do believe that you would never have to come to a point where you're shaking somebody if you smack them on the ass one time real hard.
That's dude.
And it doesn't take
But
ass whoopings over and over
the
again.
thing is, you
it's
can't
one
give
time.
an ass whipping to an infant because they don't know what they did wrong.
That's facts.
No,
I'm not talking about being a
talking
baby.
about
I think the baby starts with a
That'd be
routine.
wild.
They just wake up. They wake up and start crying like, "What I tell you about that goddamn noise? All that goddamn noise early in the morning. What the fuck did I tell you?"
I mean, it sounds like that baby deserved it.
Not my
So
house.
it's the thing with 5+-year-old kids, which is like even worse for me. Like you're fucking 5, you know better. Oh, your parents have taught you better than to fucking be screaming and hollering up this bitch.
You know, at that age, they have their routine, especially if you've practiced it. Now they're habitual line steppers, right? Like, you draw the line in the sand, they're like, let me test that shit. And I'm going to tell them one time, this is what happens when you cross the line, and they're not going to cross it after that anymore.
You know what's funny is, as I was doing that, I realized something my mother and my dad had in common when they beat me. And
God damn, dude! Every time you get real about it, I love that you're so like open, but like it just hurts my heart. Man.
so my dad beat me when I did something wrong.
Yeah, same.
But my mom beat me because it was Thursday.
Right.
And like, but they beat me to the syllables of the words they were saying, and I just did it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I told you to shut the fuck.
It must be the Italian side.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it might just be gangster shit. That's what it is. Just gangster
That's
shit.
that Mafia stuff right there going on.
I don't know how my dad got it.
You probably got beat with a chancleta.
Dude, I remember one
Got
time.
beat with a claves.
Y'all don't know about the chancleta?
No, I got.
I take a maraca up against your
I don't
skull.
remember what the English word is for it. When you get the like the little thin stick, you know, like off a
twitch.
Oh, yeah.
You call that Twitch, right?
Switch.
Yeah.
Switch is when you twitch.
That was the most Asian thing you've said all day.
My grandma used to give me the work with that thing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The feather duster, man. That's why I got it. The fucking feather duster is ain't never
Interesting.
shit got dusted with that fucking feather duster.
Just your ass.
I'll tell you, like, you know, with the jump, with the hustle, you thought what the hustle was. Like, you know, the meme with the guys like doing like this, tapping his temple.
Yes.
Is when you're told to go get a switch.
That's how you can do this. That's how I was going to go.
And you go get the leafiest motherfucker.
And then they whoop you hard.
That's what I would do.
But then they just look at you, peel the leaves off.
No, my grandma was just like, no. Like, go grab go grab another one.
stick. Your grandma wasn't going to go through the effort.
No, she was like, you
I
go
got
grab
time.
another. And like I could, and obviously I started I was like, okay, well I'm gonna pick another like little, and she's like, nope. And then when it stopped, and then like finally, I did enough times for like she would get up and just grab it, and then just grab it and just go to town.
Like,
I'll tell you
we're
what.
all good kids now.
Yeah, see, I got beat.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I had super behavioral issues in school, like
Me too,
growing
but
up. Like,
still.
but my was also getting beat for no reason, which might be
Yeah.
Well, that's
exactly. Exactly.
But like, I just want to say this. I'm not judging your lifestyle. You know what I mean? Yours is. I don't have any sound effects for you. We're just going to deal with this one for the time being.
That's all right.
Getting your ass beat by your grandma to me seems wild.
I got beat by my grandma.
Well, so here's the thing. I'm sure it's more common than what I'm. But like my grandmother would be like, "Nah, don't you touch him. This angel."
Yeah.
That house has been waiting to get burned down for 100 years.
My grandma was the complete opposite. But it was only if we actually did something wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
Never heard of
only-
fuck with.
That shit matters, man.
But also you gotta think too, my grandma was basically my second mom when I was growing up.
Yep.
Right.
For the first couple years of my life. So like if she's not gonna punish me, then who is?
You'd be
Right,
amazed
right,
at
right.
how culture and really economy changes
Oh my
the way
God.
people are raised. So I'd imagine in an impoverished area, grandma's mom, because mom and dad are out working.
Working, yeah.
Yeah. So
That's not the problem. When I came here, I didn't have the adult supervision anymore. That's when I got in all the trouble.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, when we got out of an apartment, my mom started beating me a little bit less.
I feel bad for laughing, but it's like
Why
yeah, I started
what was
laughing
your-
like damn.
You didn't have adult supervision because
Okay, I mean, I came from Hong Kong. So like my grandma raised me. Basically, my parents worked, and when I came to America, they worked even harder. They worked 2 jobs, and I was just fucking left the fuck alone. So I became a problem child.
I got you.
But
And look at
my
you
mom
now.
never beat me though. My mom would always like wait till your dad gets home. She'd get my dad to beat me.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, that's wild. So like my dad, I could tell you, like he hit me he cracked me in the head with his fucking phone. I'm talking about the joint that plugged in.
Oh yeah, I've heard the story.
Like when I
What
think
you do, bro?
when I you don't know this story. When I think about it hard enough, I can still see the stars. Like,
Hey you.
look. All right, you gotta relax. All right, so he said like he was like I was failing everything. Like I was a problem kid, right? Like I had all sorts of. I got taken out of my my class for Yeah, no, it's of course I do. It's time. It's about time.
He's gonna chug that wine. Get more wine.
Thank you. So we're recording this in the evening, so I'm drinking, but just
Xbox wine.
you know how it works. You know how it works.
always do
the
evening
listeners know how it
episodes,
works out. It's a disaster.
On a Monday evening.
Yeah, on a Monday. Yeah, don't name the day. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's when it's today's Thursday. Isn't it when you drop Thursdays?
It's Saturday somewhere. Isn't that how the country song goes?
It's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's
somewhere.
5
o'clock somewhere.
You the white man. You supposed to be bringing the white culture here.
Nah, I'm not good at that. Hey, wait. Where's my wheat thins? I have a box of wheat thins on Jay.
Wheat.
Oh man.
Yeah, ate them.
No, I didn't. I did. I would take the charge if I earned it, Joe.
For the record, don't lose your train of thought.
So my
You're
dad's
drinking box wine.
So, yes, that's a
All
fact.
right, that's white people-
know.
that's
They
white
know.
people
They know.
shit.
They know. It is, but it's also people on a budget shit.
Okay,
We're
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Budget balling.
Yeah.
So like my dad said, "Hey, get your homework done," and I was like, "Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. I appreciate you." Of course I got it done. Like, well, what would you have? Oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I mean, what about math? Oh, funny thing, we didn't have math homework tonight. So I got all the other stuff done. We didn't have math homework. She's like, oh, okay, 1 second. He just picked up the phone. Doop, 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 doop. Called. Yeah, could I speak to Miss Kreider, please? I still remember her name.
Jesus Christ.
Miss Kreider, my son is sitting in front of me. He says he didn't have any homework tonight. Is that true? Oh, page 325, 1 through 30 odd, huh? And then took his arm and was like, boom! Up across my head. Like, I was like,
The phone.
oh! like, cause it hit me like right in my temple. And he was like, and then he just in one swift motion as he took the phone away from his ear, half circle crescent moon, boom, up against my fucking temple, back to his head, said he'll get right on that. Hung up, and then my ass was right on that. But like, I mean, I
How could
was
I
like,
get math after seeing some?
I was like, yo, like
How old are you? What grade were you?
7th. You know, but I was fucking.
Oh, you can take a beating at seventh grade. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I took a few, but like, but anyway, but like,
At what age y'all's parents stopped hitting you? Do you remember?
so I think that might have been the last time my dad hit me. Oh, but I got hit by
high school. I don't remember you being in high school, but I definitely got beat even in middle school.
Well, I was in 7th grade for that. But my dad, one time I ever tell you about the time I got hit by a car? My dad beat my ass for it.
Yeah, I remember that story.
That sounds like your dad ran you over.
I mean,
with
it's
a car.
fucked up, but that's a great story, though.
No, I should call him.
Is he asleep?
No
Is he an
way.
old man?
Oh,
This should be Patreon shit,
Bobby.
I'm gonna call him. This is foul.
because this is
You know
like
what?
this is
So I
like
do
this is
have
like
a similar
low.
story.
He's gonna take it
So
emotional.
I do have a similar story about that homework stuff with you, with my mom actually. And I remember I was in 5th grade. All the bad grades I had, like whatever reports for bad grades, whatever, I used to put it under like the bottom cabinet underneath
We all
all
did
my
it.
fucking books.
We all did it.
Let's set some mood in here. You know what I mean?
So like
Nobody
they would
saw
never,
that, so it's weird that you said it.
so they could never find it.
Yeah.
And it would just have to be some random day my mom had asked me about something, about some grades or something. And I was like, oh no, like, you know, we're good, like no big deal. And she asked me to come into my room. And I'm like, this is kind of weird. Okay. Walk into my room. She pulls out all the fucking papers of all the fucking grades I failed. Like, not grades like in the class, but like actually the classwork or test or whatever I failed. And I was like, oh, this is not going to go well. And that's
explain.
probably one of the worst beatings I got in my life.
So the time I got beat from I got hit by a car.
You got it.
So
No segue.
I tried to run across the street. I didn't see this fucking truck coming. I knew I could beat. I knew I could beat this car. I'm not a fast dude, but I knew I could beat this car. But I didn't see this fucking whole truck like a whole truck coming around the corner, and
They
like
said look both ways twice, bro.
yeah, I did.
You look one way.
No, I look one way. 50-50. I'm never good at a 50-50. So like I went across, I saw the truck, I was like, oh shit, I'm not gonna make it. So I ran back and then I saw that car, I was like, I'm not gonna make this either. And like
I'm in Jerry shit right there.
so
man.
I was like, fuck, and all I could, my whole body was just like, jump over that car, dude. Jump over. So I jumped. The car hit me in my calves. My shoulder went into the windshield, spider webbed her windshield. I went up onto the hood of the car, blacked out, woke up down on the pavement.
How old are you?
7th grade.
Jesus.
That lady's probably fucked up for life. Man.
So listen.
Thanks, Bobby.
So listen. Look, her mental health is the part of me getting my ass kicked. So stand by. Okay. So I popped up and I was like, I'm good. I said it as loud as I could to anybody who could hear it. I'm good. And they were like, the lady was like, are you sure? She's crying. Are you sure?
You gonna make fun of her right now? For real?
Yeah. Her time of need. Her time of need. And I was like, I'm good. And then this dude, I'll never forget this old black dude. He wrote down, he's like, we got witnesses. Sewer.
Love to hear it.
Was he- I'm gonna take a guess here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And I was like, no. I was like, I don't want any of that. I just want to go home. She said, let me drive you home and explain it to your parents. And I was like, I'm from a broken home. It's just sad.
Oh my God.
So eventually everybody pressured me, like my friend who I was with pressured me to get in this bitch's car, and like my house is right across the street. We
Get in a
drive in,
stranger's car. Good idea.
yeah, so but I could have beat her ass. So we drive across the street, and I just took my belt off because I knew
The
what
story
I
took a turn.
because I knew what time it was.
Oh, should DTF?
bad.
No, so listen.
That's what I thought.
I just took my belt off and I wrapped like the metal bit with the part with the holes in it in one hand. And as we got to the door, she was like, I hit your son with my car. And I just gave my father the belt. And my father took the belt and hit me over the top of my head one time with it. Like just a smack. Like if you take the belt and do that, like that. And then he was like, go upstairs. Talk to her for a bit. I don't know what he was thinking, but somehow he slept better knowing that she wasn't going to sue him for hitting me with the car.
Oh, I was wondering. I was like, why?
I don't know what. I don't know
how
what,
y'all got
like.
there.
I don't know what they did in the fucking 40s, but it must have been fucking wild because he was scared about some old wild shit. So then, like, he was like, how do you feel? And I was like, fucked up. And I was like, but I'm good. You know what I mean? And he was like, well, take a bath, you'll be fine in the morning. And pour some Robitussin on yourself.
Spray some Windex on that bitch.
I don't know how I got there, but go ahead, continue. How was your nerd week?
Fucking
holy shit!
What a twist!
Holy shit!
That's how nerd rage goes, man. That's the show. Oh yeah, it was me just complaining about fucking kids with goddamn COVID shots.
Oh, right. That's how we started.
Dude, this one motherfucking kid, they kicked her mom, ran out the door into the fucking parking lot that's full of 6, 7.
Oh, yeah.
And said, "Don't you ever touch me again." I was like, bruh,
That's an ass beating.
this is
in
a
the
rich
car?
neighborhood, bro. This is Chevy Chase. This is
So new market.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
I had two Supreme. In my pharmacy last week, I had 2 Supreme Court justices in there at the same time, shopping. Like, that's the kind of neighborhood I work at. So I wasn't fucking too surprised. But like, there's some kids, I'm like, man, you have lived an easy life. If you think this needle is pain, you obviously haven't fucking felt some. Your mom need to fucking slap you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, like, it's funny because they all got theirs now, and like Selena cried when she got hers, and Jane was like, "This is embarrassing," and she looked over. She's like, "We don't do this. This is embarrassing. Get yourself together." I'm like, this is the same one that was Callaghan.
Yep.
Fucking hair like this.
That's so funny.
But she's the one who's just coming up to you with a broken ass arm.
Yeah, that was later.
She's tough.
Yeah,
So
she's
surprisingly tough.
I won't neighborhood drop again like I just did. I've got because of that the light and the tragedy that I just gone through is I'm coming across some change.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so I've been thinking about like where to move and stuff like that, and I was dropping.
Wow, that's a lot of change.
Have you met you met the wolf tonight?
What are we talking about?
You got to put the wolf on it.
Yeah. Do you know how I got this house?
Oh yeah.
Do you know? Like,
didn't know that.
I didn't live here before.
Oh my
Why she wearing
god,
scrubs?
That's
so weird.
She's super domesticated.
Okay. Listen, when you come home,
I mean, no, she's not an agent or anything. She just
She's not Asian. I can definitely tell she's not Asian.
I'm yeah. It's- when he says agent, I don't know what he's saying. Are you from or are you selling?
Man, you're lucky you're not white, man. You'd have been on Twitter already.
You
with
know, I
your
was born in Japan.
Were you really?
Look at his face. I'm dead serious.
I can't tell where the fuck you were.
I'm saying I'm at my serious face, not my Japanese face.
But yeah, talk to her because she hunts. Like,
Yeah.
she got him, my buddy
Chris.
She got him.
The other guy, who
she finds the deals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'll be on the 4th chair in no time.
I think my
Because like
I
it
think my
was
problem
all
is
a
I don't
joke.
know.
We were like, it would be cool to live here.
Yeah.
And then one day she was like, "There's a house for sale."
Yeah.
And then fucking like literally 3 months later, I'm living here.
Is it conversation
Now, once you
for later?
Once you we can real quick. We'll move on. But
Yeah.
once you sign the deed, she does send you an email that says now you are responsible for being the support system he's always needed his whole life.
that's
So
funny.
you have to like join the secret group chat.
I mean,
But,
I'll be like, yeah, I'll bring food over, but I ain't outside of that.
move Chris from fucking Alabama to here.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's Chris from Alabama, where he's from.
What part of Alabama?
That part.
this part.
Oh, Montgomery. All my family. That's where my mother was from, and all these people came from Montgomery this weekend at the house.
Oh,
wow.
So I thought about those accents.
Chris is on
you were
vacation,
talking
or I
about.
would call him.
Yeah.
I'm in a calling mood. I'm fucking itchy with this
This
shit.
is you at night drinking and wanting to call people.
I know. What's going on, dude?
I know. Yeah, I'm telling you, he's trying to flex on the tech.
So, Joe, how was your nerd week?
And then now today we started doing old people.
Oh,
Gross.
dude.
He likes the old people. Not old people, but like you like them older.
I like when people reach that point where they don't give a shit what you think about what they got to say.
That's why like chlamydia spread so fast in senior
nursing
homes.
homes.
Yeah.
I fucking deal with shit.
They're like, I don't
homes.
give a shit anymore.
Dude. Fucking rampant UTI. Rampant fucking UTI in the fucking nursing home.
Because like I'm mopping some from time to time, some assisted living and
Bro.
they get like
Dirty.
like the moment you walk in, about look who came today.
You're so
Dude,
cute. I'm like, you said
know?
that the last 37 times I was here.
And I'm like, man, your floor ain't even that dirty.
Dude, these I ain't never seen goddamn running prescriptions for these things as old people. They're like, take this for fucking UTI prophylaxis after sex. Or there's some people who are on daily UTI meds because they just fucking get it all the time. I've never seen people just take antibiotic every day.
Wow.
Love it. Can you imagine? Oh,
No.
yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
love
I'm
it.
about to move into a senior home.
No, you're about to move into this neighborhood before it's all said and done.
It's all fun and games and jokes now, and it's just like I thought. And then,
Until you're over for Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah. Like, how did I get here?
And it's like, ha, what'd you bring?
Yeah, that ass.
but yeah, this whole month, I don't know. That's why we're recording so late tonight, because Chris is gone, and the only time I can make it is after work.
Yeah.
I don't know what the next few weeks is going to be, because I'm working like 6
We're
7
going
days.
to play it by ear.
I misinterpreted it. I thought it was a party. That's why I wore my chain.
So it's funny because I was going to bring the chain up if you didn't. But
I
I was
thought
waiting.
it was a party. I wore my fucking Christmas shirt, like sweater. You know,
he's trying to
Your
flex.
chain looks good.
Yeah,
I thought I said I'm coming to Bobby's. I got to come correct. You know what I mean?
I was like, it's a for those that are listening, it's a Cuban link, and it's rhinestone studded,
Flex.
and it looks quite nice. I'm not sure if it's a clasp or if it's a clip.
Clasp.
Okay,
Good call.
I like it. And the fact that it wasn't tucked says that he's confident. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
also,
yeah.
but I,
No, yeah,
but I also,
agreed,
but I also
agreed.
live in a nice neighborhood.
Yeah, wasn't worried. Yeah. Matter of fact, I think there was a girl walking up the street, and I was like, "Try me, bitch."
Yeah. He tried to put his neck up underneath the fucking street light.
You see the thing, like,
But it looks good on you. It looks good on you.
preach.
But you know what? Like I feel like we're in a weird state with chains now, where people usually wear them a little tighter.
They do.
However, if you wear it longer, I'm like, my next purchase, if I were you, and I don't have a chain, so
Would be a shorty.
would be a charm.
I in a way I did. With what happened, I got one.
Say it was a tarantula.
In a way, it's a cross, and I'm not even religious, but it's the only thing they really had that would take. This is all right. So just for the record, I put my mom's ashes in it,
Oh.
and it's coming. That's not a depressant.
I don't have a
Don't hit it. What would you do?
We need one of those. We need one of those. Get on that.
So the charmer. Is that her leaving this earth? What was that?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
God damn, dog. Shit.
I think
My mom is dead, man. You hitting buttons over here.
Hey man, at least you had one.
That deserved all. That deserved all. We was all day with it. How did we get here? What is happening?
Oh, your chain's flossing.
Yeah, but why was we even talking
Me
about
talking
that?
about old people, dude. We never.
Anyway.
Don't question it. Don't fucking
it's
question
gonna-
it.
it's
This
gonna
show
be a-
just goes places,
It's
bro.
going to be a disaster.
Oh, it was the nights I said we doing it at night because of his work schedule, and
Yeah.
I said I thought it was a party because you were like, bring the drinks.
He
And I
needed
was like,
somebody
all right,
walking
cool.
down the street with that Cuban link. You know what I mean? He needed that shine.
Yeah, I mean, it looked good on him. I like because I got to be careful. Because I'm 40, but I'm still naughty kind of state.
He started buying shoes. This motherfucker started buying fucking shoes, bro.
You and I
Oh,
are
the
here.
Yeezys? Oh, we got the Jordan 5s on? Oh.
Dude, out of nowhere,
not
out of
noticed
nowhere, he went from toys to
This
shoes.
is
But that's legit why I was like, I can't come. I gotta come correct.
these are just my first Mondays of the month shoes.
Shut up. This is my. What day is it? Monday. This is my Monday chain.
He's on them fucking like eBay for shoes sites and shit now.
You know the vibes.
Oh, I know the vibes. Shout out to StockX.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, tank top and shorts. That's all I got.
So let me tell you something. Is it any issue with the baggy skin to?
It actually no, it's not the baggy thing is the problem because you can just fucking stretch that bitch out like leather.
What the shit are we talking about?
Yeah,
Old
what- how
people,
did
old people
There
giving
was
shots.
no transition. Right?
Yeah, baggy skin. Baggy skin. I was like, wait,
This
what?
motherfucker. Look, listen. Dude, we don't do segues. There's no
Gotcha.
transitions.
Love
There's
it.
no point A to point B. This is just we just go.
Saggy skin.
Saggy skin. That's not a problem. You can stretch that bitch out. It's the paper thin skin. That shit's scary.
The skin flakes drive me. I want to throw up every
Why are
time.
you dealing with this old? Are you deal with old people too?
Mops
And
and
when
floors.
we were going mopping floors, I mean, those because you got to mop up the skin flakes. It's gross.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
If you don't, it just be like a winter wonderland.
Brush. that.
Yeah.
I don't like giving shots in general. I'm fucking good at it, but like the old people is different because like they got like no fucking muscle. You can't tell where the fucking meat is, and just hanging on the fucking bone, and it was skin tear, and
then you feel like
they
you're
just start
hurting them.
fucking bleeding. Some of them, dude. Not to bring down the vibe. So like when you're giving like shots to a dementia person, they don't know where they are. They don't know why they're there. You fucking giving them a shot, and they're like looking at you like, "Why are you hurting me?"
Terrible.
Yo, that shit
I
fucked
was
me
told
up.
I was here for ham and cheese.
I have a whole. First of all, I love ham and cheese. You ever had when you do bologna and cheese, you do that shit raw diggity.
No,
You don't do a fried bologna.
Yeah, no. Well,
Yeah,
so
see,
I'm-
that's white people.
I'm funny about how much you heat up the deli meat. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He's everything with food.
He's weird about food, period, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm weird
Okay.
about food.
All right. Well then, I'll give you a
I'm
hard
an
pass.
anomaly. I'm an anomaly. We had somebody shout out to Larry. This is pretty good. He listened to last week's Nerd Rage where I was talking about Thanksgiving food and how Thanksgiving food is not really for me because I don't really like.
Turkey be dry.
Well,
Yeah,
he
not
doesn't
a
like
big fan.
casseroles, this
I don't like
motherfucker.
casseroles.
He doesn't like
I
mashed
don't like mashed potatoes.
Like green bean
I don't
casserole?
like.
That's
I
the
don't like
best
any of the
part.
casseroles.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not.
He doesn't like. You don't like gravy either,
How did,
right?
how did Joe? How did you eat on Thanksgiving?
Hold on one
I
second.
ate over here. All of it.
Yeah, he ate with us.
Because you're in bulk mode.
You're looking into you're looking into the future. This is where you're gonna be.
Yeah.
So look,
You're gonna have to make more trays because I eat like a horse.
listen. There was plenty.
Yeah, it was
But
so
look,
much.
but look here. This is what he said. Hold on.
Bobby. Okay. I've been a fan. I'm a big fan. Big fan. Love Nerd Rage Radio. Love all the shit you do. Transformers, 40 years old. We're all in the same demographic. But mashed potatoes? Anything with onions? Anything considering a casserole?
I feel you, bro.
Who's that?
Larry.
Larry's a fucking stud.
Yeah, I hope he does one almost every
Was
week.
that a cabin?
Yeah, I think it was. I don't know.
He's flexing.
because
Also-
he's dressed warm.
Like I'm no, is it Canadian?
Larry, stop worrying about my casserole. Start turning your heat on.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I got a buddy. His wife called him and was like, Jordan. Yeah, Jordan's wife called him and said, Jordan, and he had her on speaker, which was a huge mistake. And he said, it's 63 in the house. Can I turn the heat on? He's like, and he was like, 63.
So it's funny. Like my wife won't. My wife's actually more frugal with money than I am.
Oh, really?
Well,
Fucking really?
Surprise.
Look around.
Said the dude with the Balenciagas.
but you know what it is?
Oh yes, with the I forgot about the Balenciagas, man.
You're gonna-
let's get two more of those, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Because you know what it is? I don't know how to act with it.
I get it.
Yeah, I don't know how to act with it. So like the moment I get a little bit like I said, we had a really good show at TFCon. I'm like, I know what I'm getting.
Dude, I'm
It's not your fault though. Like you think about everybody that hits like the jackpot. There's literally a TV show about all those people like I won the million and they're all broke as fuck.
Yeah.
Like they're
Because-
worse off than they were before.
If you didn't make the money, if you didn't,
Well, wait a minute.
Okay. Okay. All right, easy. Put that thing away. If you like came across it fast, or you didn't like your whole. I mean, how old are you now? You're in your 40, right? So
Almost 41.
You're 40 before you made. Let's say this was probably you said. Would you say it's your biggest bag that you secured?
Yeah.
All right. So at the age of 40, you're literally at that point, midlife crisis, halfway through. So your whole life you ain't been operating like you would right now with this. Yeah. So I mean,
And I got news for you. My midlife was probably 35. If we're gonna keep it a bean.
Dude, I'm driving. You know, I'm doing the same
Yeah,
shit.
you're driving that.
I'm literally in the middle of it.
Every time I see it, I love to
bought
see
this chain because I was like, "Fuck it, I gotta stay young." Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But I'm
scared now.
That's a
how
separate.
do you know?
I am 27.
Motherfucker.
You still got all that mojo jojo in your
Yeah.
balls, boy. I hate you.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
But people like you guys scare me when I get old because I hear this,
Wow.
I hear that.
I mean, I thought I was living a good life.
Nah,
because of that.
jeez.
like,
But it's not
that's-
even about like what you have in that. It's just like I always hear something about, man, when you're 40, man, it's like life's just different. You can't. Like,
You gotta do all that shit.
We don't even sound like that. Shit.
I'm happy.
I'm just speaking in general.
I think the only thing you had to be scared of is, you talked about it last week, the low T and then metabolism, which is tied to it. Those are the only two things. If you don't stay on top of your shit, everything else falls apart.
Yep.
Other than that, I don't give a shit. You making more money than you ever made.
Yep. Yeah.
In general, you should be. Right? You're smarter than you've ever been. You should
Wise
be.
at least anyway.
Wiser. More wise.
I'm still a
I don't
fucking
know.
idiot, but yeah.
But wiser though.
Yeah,
less
but
of
look
an
at all the
idiot.
progress you've made, right? Like you made more at TFCon on one of the worst TFCons as I understand it.
Maybe. I don't know.
Declining TFCon.
I don't know what it was.
Maybe I've said too much.
The show.
Could have been the
Yeah, no, I understand. Definitely.
All I can say is the quote Hove, not bad for some immigrants. That's all I can say.
What's not bad?
Oh, like
Repeat it. It's okay.
I
not
thought he said
bad.
Hove.
Yeah, well, like Hove said, and I actually forgot the name of the song now.
Oh shit!
But he was like,
somebody
not
said.
bad for some immigrants.
Oh
So I was like, hey,
yeah.
That's all I can say.
It's true. Big
I,
facts.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like, so I say all that to say this is that like, I'm like, oh shit, it's cold. Like, we make money now. Like not like, you know what I mean? But we could turn the heat up a little bit, And she's like, oh,
I could just put a blanket on.
You start here, and then before you know it, and then like when we get into summer, I'm like, winter I can handle because
Yes.
I'm like, I'll throw another blanket on, whatever.
Yep.
Summer,
No,
I'm like,
fuck
if
that.
you don't fucking turn this shit down. She's like 74. Tops.
No, fuck
Because
that.
they don't have nuts, bro.
69, motherfucker.
For real.
No, 68. No, I owe you one.
My nuts not sticking. 8. I love it.
But yeah, continue. We keep cutting you off.
No,
Crazy.
this is
This is gonna be a 4-hour episode.
I mean, this-
You shouldn't have had the alcohol.
Yeah.
I love
That's the way it's supposed to be.
It's great.
Can't operate without it.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Joe, what are you doing, Joe?
I don't drink.
Joe doesn't
Hey,
drink.
Bobby knows. Hey,
My
how you stay so straight.
spirit is there.
Because I know that Gomez, what's funny is Gomez in real life is a pretty quiet dude. You got like engaged.
yeah.
Agree. I said the same
Yeah.
shit.
But like when he starts drinking, he becomes a little chatty patty.
Yeah, because I want to say, like, he's just right in the groove.
Yeah. No,
Doesn't
he
seem like
didn't
a
say
quiet guy.
nothing. He didn't say. I always seen him, and I just vibes, like aura, whatever. Like I knew he was cool. Plus, where you from? Like here.
Oh, we talk.
Okay, so to keep it,
It's a Chevy
so
Nova.
most of my friends here are from PG.
Exactly. And I knew it, and I'm from PG, and I got that vibe off the rip.
So when I first came to the States, for like a couple months, we stayed in I don't know if you're familiar with it, Mount Rainier, Maryland.
Yeah.
So my neighborhood was Brentwood,
Yep.
and I was literally like I was back home. That shit was bad.
Yeah.
I lived across the street from the trap house in that neighborhood. And the only reason why I know that is because
You was doing drugs.
well, I've been exposed to that kind of stuff beforehand.
Yeah.
But I was friends with the girl whose family lived in that house, and they had it all. Anything you wanted, they literally had. And then like every night, without fail, the park was behind our house, the neighborhood park. Every night, without fail, literally like clockwork, someone was getting killed.
Yeah.
You hear the gunshots. Pop, 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 every night, and then on the news, so was killed in the neighborhood.
They should start going to that park.
Yeah.
That was
So-
a really good radio voice.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Anchorman.
Man, special talent, man. What can I say?
Yeah. But I could get into a bag about all that, but I will say that like I'm quite fond of it.
A real one. Yeah, that was my point. Was I saw him and he didn't say nothing because the younger moppers don't say much.
Yeah,
And
if they're worth a fuck.
Amen. So I started rapping to him like we still didn't say much, but he came in with the fresh cut one day. Remember when he got his shit? You had the hard part and everything.
Oh yeah, when I cut that.
Then I like my boy. I like the cut. I don't know what happened, but he opened up after that. I was like, I knew he was a real one, bro.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
What do you got, Joe? 'Cause I got to get to this Armistead story at some point.
You said Armistead?
You wait and see.
Yeah, I'm so curious about that.
But yeah, that's work life. And dude, talk about stupid with money. I keep throwing money at fucking magic cards, bro. I need to stop.
Yeah.
Dude, I threw
you
another,
see the
I
White
threw
Lotus
another,
yet?
I threw another fucking $300 at singles, man.
Are you still at the spell table?
Bro, I'm not even. That's a fucked up part. I'm not even playing yet. I'm just fucking buying cards.
You're just building that deck up.
I am multiple decks.
You buying them new or you going after like vintage shit?
Not necessarily vintage, but just good cards,
Yeah.
and I only buy them in foil, like the shiny shit.
Yeah.
or the new stuff. I bought like 2 boxes of the new stuff just to crack pack, just to open packs because like.
Crack pack.
Bro, it's fun,
I like it.
Sound like where Gomez grew up.
Hey, you. Talk your shit.
It's like
man.
you can buy all the cards you want for cheaper than buying the box, but it's just something about opening the fucking pack and you don't know what the fuck is in it, and it's exciting when it's like some good shit.
That's what they're selling. It's not about the game. That's what they're selling.
Mystery.
Yeah.
But that's about watch some movies, but I don't know if we're gonna talk about it this week.
Any movies of note?
Finished the Mad Max series with Fury Road yesterday. It's fucking great.
It's great.
Movie.
It's great.
Fury Road is great.
It's great. The one with Charlize Theron.
Yeah, the newest Mad Max. Because I was going through all of them. There's 4 of them.
Tom Hardy and all that.
Yeah.
That is a good movie. Yeah,
I think that's saved it or rebirthed it. However you want to see it. It was the
If they continue it, rebirthed it.
Right.
At the very least.
Because it's the same.
Mad Max was. The original was kind of a. I don't know if it's a classic, but it
is classic. It's for sure.
Okay.
It's
I think it was different. It was groundbreaking. Like we're in a groove now where everything's a remake or everything is like
correct.
Which I
or
think
everything,
is trash.
there's nothing original, nothing great coming out. So when they remade it, they did not only an exceptional job, but they brought something that was already groundbreaking because it broke the mold of everything that was coming out at that time.
And I don't know it's a remake. I think it's the same fucking world. I think it's
I think so too. I think it's like
revitalized or
yeah,
whatever.
Yes,
because it's always in the pop
life.
culture.
Yeah.
But it's the same guy. It's the same fucking writer director from all the old
remember you
ones.
saying
That's
that. Yeah,
crazy.
I didn't know that.
Like
that's nuts.
That is nuts.
Yeah,
like,
to keep up
to
with the
see
time.
him like he was groundbreaking then. He's still groundbreaking now. He's been just fucking growing with the times.
That's another movie. Something in when I watch, and I hate that I do this when I watch movies like The Harder They Fall or when I watch movies. Period. Like there's one shot, and it's not a spoiler. It's just an incredible shot. It comes through. Idris Elba was looking out the window. And just imagine like an old Western town where all the
I get it. I get a lot of wood
Saloon.
porches.
Over his
swinging
shoulder.
doors.
Yep, exactly. Comes over his shoulder through the window, all the way down to this guy on this horse. I mean, it's one of the best. I'm like between the camp. It's probably took 101 tricks, but it's a shot you take for granted. And I feel like that's another movie where they do exactly the same thing. Like these guys are riding around on ATVs and 4-wheelers and shit, and they're like in your face, and it's like witness me, and like the shots. I loved. That's another reason I appreciate the shit out of that movie was just like, and to think that it's the same director from years ago.
The original, the 1, 2, 3, and this
That
is like
he kept up with the times and like
he's credited in like Return of the Jedi or some shit.
Oh, is he?
George Miller, yeah, he's like producer or some shit. Like his name has been around. I just didn't realize it.
Did Hove talk about that shot at all? It was a good one.
Yo, I just saw.
Wait. They came over the shoulder. They did it for hip hop.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That your like impersonation of it is actually not bad.
He's good at that shit, man.
I sent you something on IG about it's Denzel doing an impression of
Yes.
Hove.
Yes.
It's.
So we've composed ourselves. I know who you're talking about, sir.
That was a great radio voice.
We were talking about it last week too, like how you want to present yourself. This is your clear, concise information giving voice.
The movie.
Yeah.
It's about cowboys.
You gotta see this one angle.
It's very intricate.
That's pretty.
You intricate. Because he's always fiddling with your
twisting
shit.
his dreads right
That's
there.
what I'm saying. He's always like scratching
His
or
fucking
like
homeless dreads, bro. Not a fan.
Like
I
Tyrone
don't like it
Bigum's-
either.
I
I
just
don't like
like
it
it.
either.
Yeah, I get the idea.
Yeah.
I'm not conforming to your looks, whatever. Cool,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah,
look dirty
I get
as
it.
fuck, Jay.
Yeah,
There's a
Hove
difference between
millions.
dirty and dressed up. You can be dressed down and clean.
Thank you.
Yeah, you don't become a billionaire by going to the barber.
Dude,
Yeah,
people,
but be
that's
the
what I always
courageous
say.
shit.
People don't know what they're fucking missing out because we can't have cameras. Like a lot of the fucking
It's the
good
visuals.
times is the
I
visuals.
know. As soon as I stop reviewing, man, we'll fucking have cameras on.
Can't wait.
But like, I was thinking how like I was considering watching the movies in black and white because they have a black and white version of Fury Road of Mad Max.
I had no idea.
And then I was like, nah, I'm just gonna watch the movie. But like after watching this the second time, like man, this is a beautiful movie. I'm gonna give it a black and white watch.
I think you need to watch Dune again. How many times have you watched it? Once?
Did you actually finish it?
I
Last
did.
time we talked.
I did. But so I've seen the whole thing once. I've seen the first 20 minutes like 30 times.
That's the most important part for somebody that's confused about what's going on.
Yeah. Well, it didn't help me But I'm also
it might be you, Bobby.
No, it's not.
Well,
Because I'm a fan.
Well, me and Nick tried to explain to him that one time.
yeah.
But I guess
What is there to
I guess-
explain?
explained
Is
to
what
them-
I
no,
don't
you got
understand.
it.
So that's 3 times. So I guess it didn't fucking help me.
Well, I explained the story to him, and he understood the story now. But
You keep comparing it to Tenet like there's some fucked up timeline. I don't think there
No.
is.
I'm
No,
not
there
the one
isn't.
that compared
There
it to
isn't.
Tenet.
No, I was saying the way
compared
he
to
judged
Tenet.
it. He's like he didn't understand Tenet, but gave it
Yeah.
a good rating.
Oh,
he didn't
I
understand
gotcha.
Dune, but gave it a bad rating.
Makes sense. Makes
Well,
sense.
Tenet fucked me up mentally too, but I thought that was still a good.
Tenet, I was struggling. I was like,
Because I can
Dude, I had to Google
what day is it?
I had to Google Tenet like 3
Yeah,
or 4 times
I did
again,
too.
like back and back, just like
Because I can
Okay,
tell
okay,
when
I
I watch
start to
Tenet that it's not you, it's me. You know,
I
I can tell, but
understand
when I
that.
watch Dune, I'm like, no, it's a little bit of both of us.
I've not heard the show. I could
It's
understand
visually
somebody being like, it was overrated.
Yes.
Overrated isn't the right word. I think it was, people expected a great movie and they didn't realize it was a setup to more.
Well,
and
that's
I
what-
was in
that's
that
what- that's
category.
what
I feel lied to
That's what we
though.
told Bob, like
They
me
never fucking
and
said
Nick-
it was a prequel or like half a story. They never
Right.
said there was a part
Yeah,
2
and
If it was
I've
called
heard people-
Dune Origins,
or Dune Part 1.
yeah, but
Dog.
even the origins, I don't feel like it explains it well.
It
like,
doesn't because there's a lot of shit that happened
Me
beforehand.
and Nick had told him it's like basically the movie itself is a trailer for what's going to happen. for the
which
next
you know how I feel about
Yeah.
trailers.
Gotta hate a
But
trailer.
I guess like looking back, because I already kind of knew the story to begin with before I watched, so I kind of
See, that's the
Did you read
difference.
it?
Huh?
Did you read the book?
No, I had seen most of the
Original
movies.
which answers actually a lot more questions, even though it was a much worse movie.
So I can understand like someone who I'm assuming you never seen the
he
original.
knew nothing about Dune,
Okay,
and he
so
still knows nothing.
So
I knew some things.
So I can understand where you still had like a
It's very
trouble or
confusing.
disconnecting like of trying to really understand that world because it's a complicated world.
So like my wife watched it with me, and she loved it after the first watch, but she also had no idea what's going on, but she knows she loved it because it was just visually and audio.
Well, the cinematography is amazing.
Exactly, it was beautiful to look at, beautiful to listen
One of the
to.
best
And
amazing, like-
let me tell you, that kid is the next Brad Pitt.
and he should have been Anakin.
But he wasn't old
I'm
enough
not
to
a
be
Star Wars
Enough.
guy. I'll take your word, but
No,
you could
he's
say
right. He's right. When he
you
said
could
that,
say
I was
he
like,
could
oh
be
my God.
anybody, and I'd be like, "Yep, I agree." He could be a girl. I'd be like, "Yep, I agree."
Yeah, he's fantastic.
I mean,
Did
he's
you
got a
watch
lot
the
of
black
potential
and
to be
white?
something great, like actor wise.
yeah.
But no, but yeah, dude, I think it's overrated and good.
But here's the thing about the black and white thing. If I didn't watch Snyder Cut black and white, which I've watched 4 or 5 times this year and am semi-obsessed with, I'm certainly not going to watch anything else in black and white. If I was like, you know what? I want you to be successful, but I don't want it that bad.
Yeah, I'm not,
But I
black and white
don't.
person.
Maybe you don't appreciate. Not that you don't appreciate.
Oh, here we go with the judgment. No, bring it on.
No, maybe because you don't watch things like that, right? You don't watch media the same way as some other people,
Correct.
right? Like just visually stimulating, just like action movies. You don't like
Correct.
minus
correct.
action movies where like a lot of people would just like to fucking see shit fucking blow
Correct.
up, right?
Correct.
You're
You
not
don't?
into that.
Yeah, couldn't care
He's
less.
not into action movies. The action is like a
Tarantino.
bonus. It's the story
Michael
for
Bay.
him.
So like, yeah, it's the story for me. So if
And
the
character
story
mainly.
if the story and character are solid and it has action, beautiful. But I take the character and story over the action. any day of the
I
week.
got to know
So
how you
he's
feel
different.
about this movie. The
Which
Harder.
one? Oh, the
it's the only one I
kinda
watch a
say
month.
it's
it's pretty good.
So I'm kind of saying too. So yes, I'm a big fan of shit blowing up or whatever, but
Fast 5.
Fast 10 now, maybe.
Yeah,
But-
Fast 37.
Dude, he is taking Chris' spot.
but like for me, like, movies. So like movie and video games are the same way for me. Like you can have all this cool shit, in it, but if the story or like the character, whatever, doesn't appeal to me, then it's just like like
Yeah, it's
whatever.
fun at the time, and then you move on. But
Yeah.
where something that's lasting, that leaves an
Bobby
impression.
said, yeah, like if it's great in the action, explode, like, if it all fits in and makes sense, then yeah, I'm all for it. But I like stories. Like I love movies with stories. Like actual,
Yeah,
like
dude.
I feel like I'm getting redundant because I said this the last time I was here, but like it all depends on your mood. Like if I know I'm going to an ignorant ass shit, then I'm a
music
I don't give
too.
a shit
You
if
just
they-
listen
well,
to
music's the
music.
same way for me.
Agreed.
Music's the same way for me.
Yeah,
Music
but-
is the
yeah,
same.
you
way.
not
Because
like
I
Why
like
not
movies.
visually?
Not movies.
I like
So
it.
audio, but
I
not
like listening
visual?
to ignorant music every now and then too. Like I need that.
I listen to ignorant music most of the then.
I think
too.
for you as attention span, music takes you 3 minutes of ignorance. A movie takes you an hour and a half at least.
Correct. It's the commitment. It's
Good
the
point.
commitment level.
Okay.
I
I see that. I can see that.
I don't want to commit to
a good
2
point.
hours of ignorance. I want to commit to like I like
me some ignorant shit.
and now that the drill shit is
This
like
motherfucker.
now that the drill shit is down to like this song's like down to like 1 minute and 45 seconds. I'm like perfect. You know, like I'm just taking a piss.
But
you know
you're
what, though?
listening to a whole album.
Lately though, I feel
No,
like
but yeah,
I know.
but I feel like And I may be wrong because obviously you're a lot more into it than I am.
Oh, here we go.
But
get some judgment on this end.
No, I'm not judging because
He got money and he got
mess with
time.
it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like, I feel like drill music hasn't popped off to where
Oh no.
where you think it would have been by now.
Look, so I love drill music, right? We all know.
Yeah, I know.
We all know this.
Yeah.
It died with pop.
Yeah, I mean,
He's gonna go
Because
pay his respects.
think
As a matter of
about it.
fact, this fucking weekend.
who's the next person on the pop technically?
You can make
was
an
Five,
argument.
Five.
You
And
can make an
Five
argument.
Five never really passed that. I guess that wall. Like
He's still pushing, and he's got a chance because he's on the fucking Kanye record, and
he's
all
still
that.
relevant. Yes, he's
You
still
can make an
relevant.
argument that
But-
it excelled with pop
Yeah, like
Yeah, but I think Pop
Passing.
was still alive.
passing.
If Pop was still alive, he probably would
Yeah,
have. He would
maybe
have taken it
like
to
a
the next
blip.
level.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think that it's just like DC Go-Go. It's just like whatever.
I don't know though. Like
That's
I
just
mean,
that
obviously
pots and
they're
pans
better.
Shit.
Well, okay, you don't like
People
Go-Go.
in the
My
back.
point is,
but that's a staple though. Like
But them
terrible.
go-go
That's
dancers,
terrible.
though, bro. Come on.
that's a staple though, especially here in America. Go-go, like that's
it's
but,
this
but there's
area.
people that have respect. There's I can't name the musician or anything, but there's other people.
Junkyard
that have
band,
respect-
backyard
that show
band.
UIB,
that-
BCP.
Yeah, have show respect to these people, like in their songs and stuff, like artists.
Let me stop for just a second because we're
Yeah, we did get away.
because we're charting in Europe. Go-go is a regional form of music.
It's like Old
made-
Bay
made-
of music.
Yes, made popular in Washington D.C. that relies on live instrumentation, and also it relies on its live performance.
like average vocal singer.
Correct.
I mean,
However,
didn't it start from like subway? As a younger lad coming off the subway stations, the people playing the fucking trash cans.
that's how it fucking sounds.
Yeah.
Like people playing a bunch of trash cans.
Bobby,
Come on,
watch your
Blue-
motherfucking mouth. I know we in your house, alright?
Listen,
I mean, you're shining really away right now.
listen.
Fucking Blue Man Group can be in goddamn Vegas, all right? Go.
Wait, like so. Anyway, it sounds a lot like pots and pans getting banged on.
So to my point, that's a local DC thing. I
Nah,
feel
man.
like it'll never. You gonna play some?
Baltimore's in the house.
No, see, but that again, good point.
That's another regional.
Okay, and I'm not gonna hate on it. Now, what is that called though? Baltimore house music?
Baltimore club music.
Club, yeah.
So, like, if you grew up in this area, you either there was the anomaly that loved both, but usually you either loved Baltimore club music or you loved DC
And
go-go
you being
music.
from Prince George's County.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know really much about Baltimore, so like I'm always going to lean to DC.
Right.
Go.
And where
Because most of that Baltimore shit was literally Baltimore.
well, no, because I was in Columbia, and all we listened to was
That might as well count. I mean, it's close enough.
Baltimore adjacent.
yeah, well, that's the thing. Is it was
You're
close
much
enough.
closer to
Similar,
Baltimore than
similar.
you are to DC.
Like all we knew, like you would go places and you would find the guys that wore gray sweatpants and fucking like
Timbos?
No,
The Butters?
no, fucking
New Balance?
New Balance,
Which I was going to wear tonight. I had the boots and I was like, it just don't fit. It wasn't swagging. It wasn't swagging.
Dark gray sweatpants,
Love it.
New Balance with some glow in the dark shit on their
Love it.
shirt. And they would play the go-go shit, but like either you like go-go or you like club, and it was a bit of a tiff, but the overwhelming majority where I was all club music.
Why did I bring that up?
Who knows?
I don't know, something to do with Mad Max.
Yeah, that's how we. It's music,
Trap
ignorant music,
Oh,
drill.
Drill.
Yeah.
Drill music. What I was
Pop,
saying
ignorant.
was,
Yeah,
ignorant
I'm
movies.
saying the same. So you had your Baltimore, you had your DC, and I feel like that's the NY specifically. I'm sure you have a. The point is, I don't think it was going to peak. Like, especially you're talking about young kids keeping you young, even younger than you. These kids were not hard on trap shit. They're hard on that emo fucking whiny ass shit.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
So, and they're as much as I hate to say it, the kids of the future. So, like,
yeah,
I believe the
I don't believe that the drill music was.
it doesn't have the
Another
same
Michael Jackson reference. we have we gotten through one show.
But when Pop, I get it. Like you said, probably died with Pop, but when Pop was like, that's what people now were we're still listening to. The younger people were listening to that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why Pop got.
Yeah, Pop was special. I agree. So let me ease into my nerd week a little bit.
Wait, was Joe done?
I'm sorry.
I know he got more because he ain't say nothing about anime.
Well, actually, I was interested in like comments. What is your like? I just now know that you like anime, but you didn't fucking talk about what you like or what you watch or how you got into it. Like, you're new here, man. Fucking usually people like explain themselves a little bit.
Okay, so what got me into anime? So when I was a kid,
At the cross from Trap House.
a little after that,
In the Chevy Nova trunk.
well, that's before. Long time ago. No, so when I was a kid, the first anime I had, well, obviously was Dragon Ball Z, right?
Yeah,
Dragon Ball Z.
oh, fine.
How many silk shirts did
changed
you
the
have?
world.
Which I saw that, I didn't have much, but I saw it in Spanish. It was like, oh, Goku. Hey, come on, it was Spanish accent. It was great. It was great.
Love it.
That's good.
But I don't really, I mean, yes, it's an anime, but like, what really got me into it was, which you might be familiar with, there was a show in the 90s that was popular in the 90s and rivaled Dragon Ball Z in that time. As number one was a Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh yeah, fucking love Yu Yu Hakusho.
So I remember seeing it a couple episodes as a kid on Toonami. They had the adult
Yes.
Swim.
Toonami.
So years later, for whatever reason, I was curious to trying to figure out what that show was and trying to go back and actually watch it more as an older person and actually understand what I was watching. And it took me a little while to figure out what it was, but I found it and I watched it all. Love it.
Like that
And-
more than when you was younger.
Yeah, I love it more now.
Yeah.
And it's so what I do is I watch that show once a year.
Nice.
I watch it one year.
That's what I
Wow.
Yeah,
It's your shit.
that's my show.
do. That's his Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
I watch the Gurren Lagann at least once every year.
So from there, once I found that, that's when I started actually moving more into it. Like Cowboy Bebop is another one that I love.
I have not
just
touched
wrote that down.
I didn't touch the fucking live action yet. I'm worried.
Yeah, so I haven't
Yo,
seen that yet. So
I
I'm
have,
actually,
and I'll fill you in, but go ahead.
Looks
I am
awful.
actually rewatching Cowboy Bebop right now.
Wait, did you not in this conversation right now, Bobby?
I'm gonna read about that.
So I am actually rewatching Cowboy Bebop right now. As
Okay,
we speak,
the original.
on Netflix.
Rewatching
Great.
the anime.
The anime.
Yes, the
Gotcha.
anime. So I do plan on watching that live animated series, but I want to rewatch
The original first.
original
yeah.
before I go back into it. Cowboy Bebop, I love it.
The music is great.
As much as I hate that I don't know the actual fate of Spike Spiegel, one of the main characters on the show. Just the ending was great to me. How he went out and it was just like, he just ends it with a bang. Like that little
beautiful.
stuff like
It's
that.
fucking
I love it.
That's the shit I like in anime. Like that. You don't.
So-
it's not
so-
all just fucking cartoons. It's not all just Dragon Ball.
Yeah, like
There's
a
some
lot
deep
of
shit
things
in
actually
there.
have
Drama,
stories
man.
and like actual real emotions.
Yes, shit makes me cry, bro.
Oh, dude, we can get into that. Right?
No,
Dude,
I want to talk about it. Naruto was the first one that made me
makes
cry.
So-
Fucking One Piece makes me cry at least once per arc.
Absolutely.
So I ended up going from Yu Yu Hakusho. Another favorite that I saw as a kid too, that as a kid I liked, but now as an adult, like I love, was Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh,
which
yeah,
I think when
Kenshin
it
is
came out-
great.
I think when it came out to the States, like on Toonami, it was called Samurai X.
Yeah. Well, Samurai X is the prequel movies. The Samurai X.
So I know that
which
it
is also great.
yeah. So I saw the anime, the whole thing. I got into. They made the movie. Samurai X was. They made it here.
The
in the
live
movies.
action are some of the best live action anime movies I've ever seen.
So I have never seen any. So
There's three of them. I've watched 2 out of 3. They're fucking great.
So Rurouni Kenshin, I finished watching all of Rurouni Kenshin.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the prequel movie,
Yep. Samurai X. Yep. But here's the
how he got the scar.
Yeah, with the
and
girl
all that,
shit, man.
which
That shit
was amazing.
Dude, that shit is fucking feelsy, bro.
And then I saw like the movie after the show where like how he passes away.
Yes,
when he had the disease.
I didn't watch it, man, because I feel like it was like too much of a downer. Like his life was fucking rough, and like I'm like I want him to have a fucking happy ending, man. I didn't need to see him get shit on somewhere.
It was sad, but I was still sad. Yes, it was sad. I was a little upset about it.
It was very sad.
But
It was upsetting, man.
I love the way he went out though.
Yeah.
Like he still went out like a ball. So like I got back into those two.
This guy's talking my language, bro.
I know.
So I ended up going, obviously exploring more. So Gundam was another one I watched as a kid too.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Joe, put your
These are
boner
2
away.
hours of fucking anime. Dude, do you understand? You listen to the show. I'm stuck with these 2 white motherfuckers talking about goddamn comic books all the time.
You know what's wow.
You see how it goes?
Wow.
It's
didn't say
wow.
that.
It's a toxic environment.
That motherfucker's brain up.
Okay, so
Joe, you lighter than both them motherfuckers.
I'm gonna tweet it out. Stop white hate.
So I got into Yu Yu Hakusho back again, Rurouni Kenshin back again. I ended up getting into some other like unknown ones that was on
I wouldn't know,
Netflix.
probably.
Oh well, Planet was one I got into.
Okay. Planet, yes.
which was not action, I think, but it's like more like just a story,
Yeah.
which I enjoyed. Like, you know, I got into Naruto, One Piece,
Love One Piece. I need to catch up.
which
I need to take
Naruto-
breaks. I think emotional
when-
breaks from it.
The whole Jiraiya arc. Like,
Yeah,
when
dude.
that was sad. I almost cried real.
I did cry.
real man.
I do. I cried real tears.
But
I got into that. I got into Bobby, My Hero Academia.
Yeah. Deku.
It's great.
I got into
Episode
that.
50 was phenomenal.
what was 50?
When United States of Smash.
Oh yeah,
Bro, that shit.
I got into that. Akira. As older, I got into Akira.
No,
So-
but Mark's like, I know the reference.
So to get even nerdier,
He's excited to talk about anime. I love this.
I read some manga as well.
Yep.
So One Piece, I don't watch the show anymore. I actually just read the manga.
Yeah, because it's like the show is so
So
slow.
I caught up, and I was like, I can't wait. I need to know what is going on, and I read it now.
No, I'm only at Whole Cake Island still. I'm like behind.
And I caught up with My Hero, so I read the manga on that. Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. I started reading manga because I'm like,
well, my thing is I have to know, because I know there's more, and it's like I do not want to wait. I need.
See,
it.
that's how I am
you.
with Star Wars Reddit threads.
yeah, I'm opposite. I'm like, all right, I'm going to cut myself off. I'm going to let it like build up for a year, and then I'll catch up and
No,
binge
Joe.
the whole fucking season.
Nope, I can't do that.
You
I
do
can't
Demon
that.
Slayer?
So actually,
Demon Slayer ends. The manga's over. Been over.
Yeah.
Actually, like
So I read
I
the
did
manga.
read the manga.
I already
Okay.
read it, but that's one that I still watch. I'll still watch it.
I love it.
it's beautiful. animated.
Attack on Titan. I don't know if you, Attack on Titan.
I fell off
yeah.
of Attack on Titan.
Okay, so I watched the one season that they had on Netflix, but I read it.
Season 5 or some shit now.
I read it, and
The art
I
was like
finished
hard to fucking follow. After I fell off after like chapter 40 something.
Y'all got 2 minutes.
What's your reservations on the Cowboy Bebop live?
I don't know. It looks a bit goofy, and I don't know if it's gonna be able to hit the spirit of the anime without being too overboard.
They do.
Raph.
So I was
They do.
I
Episode
don't know how I
1.
feel about the casting of Spike Spiegel.
I've heard that we talked about that. Someone was crying like, "Oh, the women aren't." Oh, of Spike.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, man. To be honest
Because in the
I like him as an
anime,
actor.
Spike looks American, but in the live
not-
action, he looks Asian as fuck.
But
He
it's-
is
You can
Asian.
just get Scarlett
Or he
Johansson to
is.
play him
Yeah.
and be done with it.
So that does not bother me. I just
Let me.
that doesn't bother me. It's just more like I don't know if that guy can actually portray and display.
He's just
I'd say that was-
from the
because
anime.
fucking-
I'd say 8 out of 10. He picked up the swag.
Okay, because that's the thing. Like
That's
Spike
all
is
Spike
just
is
fucking
is
swag and
Yeah,
so
I'd
cool
say-
as shit.
I'd say-
He's fucking the
I'd
cool dude, man.
I'd say 8 or 9 out of 10. He picked
Hey,
up
it's
the
okay,
swag.
Bobby.
Yo,
Killed
y'all
it.
got 1 minute.
That's fine. Let me wrap it up, and then y'all can keep.
But I've seen. Like I said,
Definitely
I've
watch Cowboy
seen a
Bebop.
whole bunch. I can't even think about the rest that I've seen.
Do you have Crunchyroll? Are you up to date on anime in general?
Well, I finished the
How
first
do you-
season of Jujutsu Kaisen on HBO Max, which was amazing.
Fucking amazing. Like I
write that
can't wait.
one
I love Toto. Fucking.
I love that's the dog that got Dorothy home.
I can't right now.
What about fucking volleyball though? What about haiku? What do you fucking do?
I'm not a big sports anime.
I don't even like fucking real life sports, but this goddamn anime is so fucking
So-
good. It got me hooked.
I've heard it's great. My cousin, my older cousin, so he's kind of watched a few animes too. He really likes Prince of Tennis.
Okay,
Like,
that's
that's one of
that's
his-
yeah.
And I've never seen it. Just again, like sports
No,
stuff.
haiku blows everything. Every sports anime out of
is
the
not
water.
really my thing. I'd rather watch like people get their shit fucked up.
Yeah.
You know?
Same. But that's how I. That's why like, I'm recommending it because I am the same way. But I think I don't watch any other sports anime.
Might have to put that on the watch list, man.
Just try it, man.
What's the live action one? That's like it's the soccer Shaolin.
Play it out.
No, you would like Shaolin soccer. Yeah.
Let me tell you about.
I've been like waiting for like a year to get this shit off my chest. How my anime.
Let me get it all out for the timer.
I put you on the clock. I gave you 10 minutes. Okay, so let me tell you the story of Fort Armistead.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Well, tell them about Sports Armistead.
Oh,
I'm going to give the background information.
preface.
All right. So Fort Armistead was a fort used in olden times, and it has since been abandoned.
Wait,
And
what was it?
Fort Armistead was a fort used in olden times.
Like an actual fort, like a building.
Yeah, it was used to, I think, to defend against, like, I don't fucking know, either the British or the fucking Germans. I don't fucking know. Somebody fucking way before I was born, right? It has a sister fort across the Chesapeake Bay, which is Fort Howard. Fort Howard's in pristine shape. It's fine. In between the two is Fort Carroll. It sits in the middle of the water. It's
Alcatraz.
It's also completely abandoned, but it's become a bird nesting ground. So it's just pretty much filled with bird shit. On the other side of the water is Fort Armistead. And Fort Armistead is technically, I've been saying Baltimore County, but it's technically in Anne Arundel County.
Oh.
Interesting.
Shout out to Anne County.
Shout
Live casino? Is that it?
But yeah,
Indianapolis.
I'm 2 minutes from it, man.
but it's technically Baltimore City property.
So it's in Anne Arundel County, but technically Baltimore City's property.
Correct.
Okay.
And basically these two forts they just sat across from each other, and I don't know, let's say that the bay was 100 feet wide. Mm-hmm. They could both shoot about 65 feet.
Okay.
So they would just both sit there and just bomb the shit out of people trying to get in, right?
I like it.
So Fort Armistead has been abandoned. Baltimore City cops don't want to leave Baltimore City, drive into Baltimore County, and then drive into Anne Arundel County.
For the record, Baltimore City cops don't want to do anything.
You heard it here first. I'll tell you what they do want to do. They want to give me almost fucking 5 years of change. But like,
all right,
they
7 years. It's fine.
They don't want to come in and police this area to come out of their way. Anne Arundel County is like, not my fucking problem.
It's not our property.
So it's basically the Wild West.
Oh.
Do you want to know what happens in the Wild West? So it's complicated. So I was aware of this because our friend Scotty H was kayaking and came across this pier, and he docked, so to speak.
I'm dead. You might want to edit that all the way out.
He got out and he started doing some exploring. And as he did some exploring, a young man came up to him and was like, "Hey, what's up, man? You Jason?" And he was like, "No, I'm not Jason." He's like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then Scotty was like, "Do you mind if I ask you a question?" Scotty's a talkative. I would love to have him here. There's a lot of dudes walking around here looking like they kind of want to talk but don't want to talk. And yeah, that goes on here. It's like, well, what goes on here? Scotty thinks it's like a drug den because of how skeevy people are looking.
No,
he was off. He was
Way
off.
off.
He was off.
It was off the mark.
So it's basically
they thought he was cute.
guys go there to look for sexual actions with other men.
They wanted to bring me. I was like, no, thank you.
But most of them are like married men with families, like the whole bit. Like it's like more of a fetish than it's far more complicated. It's far more complicated than gay and straight. So Scotty shows me pictures, and I'm like, man, that shit looks cool.
The fort itself looks cool.
The fort looks cool, and I'm like, I need to get a video shoot there.
Well, at what point is the historical? Because they're everywhere and they're freaks.
They're not involved at all.
Why not?
I don't know, but I want to show you some pictures.
I don't want to see those.
No. So let me set the scene.
Okay.
So Chris and I go. My buddy Chris. You know Chris. He's been at Halloween parties. He was the
tall gentleman.
He's tall as fuck.
Oh, the doctor.
He was the
Yeah.
Oh, the Halloween joint I didn't get invited to. Yeah, that one.
You will from now on.
Yeah.
You will from now on.
Yeah, all right.
You will from now on.
Yeah, we'll see.
No, well, you're gonna be living 2 doors down. So look, we pull into the fort. Let me set it.
Oh man.
There's a big open field on your right, and there's random boats.
Well,
just sitting.
This is like a parking lot pulled up like next to the fort. Or?
I'm not even at the parking lot yet. I'm just making a right into because it's technically
property.
It's technically a park now.
Okay.
So I'm making a right into the park.
Okay.
On the right side is like a field.
Okay.
And there's just boats like sitting
on land.
On the land with graffiti all over them.
Wait, are they on trailers or are they just fucking boats on the ground?
Right. They got it. They have to be.
Was the graffiti just like random
Lists.
stuff, or like was it like actual like I guess words or something?
Said Bobby was here. That looks like a plane.
I'm sharing a picture.
That's like the Mexico.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not on a trailer. There's just fucking a boat
it's
on the
just
fucking
sand. Yeah.
boat on grass, bro.
It's like the Rada just was like, I'm out of here.
So then I'll read this to you. Just notice there's a fence here with writing on it. I'll read it. But you notice there's a fence here with writing.
See it?
That's on this open field behind where these boats are. It says, "The white/red ram keeps dumping!" ! Stop! ! It then goes to post its tag number.
Yep.
"We are on to your paint job.
They're policing themselves.
Stop!"
Yep.
So that's written on this huge, long chain link fence.
Respect.
Okay. Yeah.
I like that.
So now let me give you a little bit of background information. So I pull into the parking lot. Now in my mind, I'm thinking this is Thursday? It was a Thursday. It was 40 some degrees.
Oh.
And
It's too cold for me.
yeah. And I'm like, we're going to be golden. It's a work day. It's not a weekend. It's cooler than you would prefer. And it's relatively early. We're there at about 11 a.m. The parking lot is packed.
God.
Everybody was thinking the same
That shit is not seasonal, bro. That shit is not
trying to say raw. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I'm talking packed. I'm talking like, hey, you getting ready to pull out?
Yeah, I am.
There's no need, bro. There's no need.
So I managed to find a spot, so to speak. And I call Scotty immediately. And I'm like, yo, there's mad cars here. There's mad cars here. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, look, all right, tell me what you're looking at. And I'm like, I'm looking at the water. It's docks and piers. He's like, all right, look over your right shoulder.
I was thinking,
and he's like, you see the steps? I see him. That's where you need to go.
No, thank you.
Shout out to Scott.
And he's like, make your way up there and be brave. So, Chris and I get out. We walk past. There's mad dudes just sitting in their cars in the driver's spot, like in the driver's seat, just like sitting there. And like Chris and I go up there, and then all of a sudden, dudes start popping up. Like,
Oh no!
like, I guess it's on, huh? And I'm like, God bless. And then so where we start, so there's like layers to this fort, right? So the top layer is what you kind of walk onto.
Is there power here?
No,
In your inside at this point?
no,
You
it's
went
outside.
up steps to
Yeah, I'll show you. So I'll show you where we're at this point.
I just picture like this is some like
So
you
we-
down in the
All I
basement.
imagine some sketchy ass stuff going on.
I'm looking down at Chris from the top level where I am is where we walked out to. We walked down to the top level.
Constantly on my trip to America a little bit.
So, so like, there's mad people just walking around. Like, so can I describe it?
You were the only tourist.
It felt like the porn store.
Oh, what?
So I
Have
don't
you
know
ever-
about that. I don't
you
know
ever
about
been to a porn
Never
store?
been
An
inside
actual
a porn
porn
store?
store?
I never
Oh, I've
did.
been in
The
a
vibes.
toy store.
Okay, that. It felt
Yeah.
like that.
It's not as-
Nobody's making eye contact.
Yes,
Nobody's
Everyone's pretending
talking to
everyone's by
anybody.
themselves.
I wish that was like that everywhere.
People are just walking around like waiting, like
like they were waiting for something or somebody.
something to pop off. Like, and like I'm just avoiding it all. We get down to the middle layer, and then
Middle layer.
so like I said, we were on the top, right?
Yeah.
So now
there's no power.
So
and it's
now,
dark.
I'm on the middle layer. So you see the top of that? That's where we were before.
I see it. It's like a parking garage, so there's still light coming in.
Now I'm on the middle
I'm
layer.
just waiting for it to get dark and
wait.
somebody to pop out.
Now below this is the catacombs.
no,
The catacombs, not the basement. The catacombs.
That's what
Fuck
dead
that
people
noise.
Yeah.
So Chris and I found a spot. We set up. We pulled the camera out. Everybody disappeared.
They don't want to go on screen.
Everybody disappeared, including
boys.
this guy that was like in his 20s with he looked like he had a Michael Jackson Thriller jacket on. He was well put together for in his 20s.
He
There
was
was
fresh for somebody.
I think he was a prostitute.
I mean,
There was another dude there that had like a mustard sweater. He was
Do you mean yellow?
No.
Why are you like this?
Like, he was well put together. And like, so I started. I said to Chris, I was like, I'm gonna start calling him Marcus. I don't know what his name is. I just feel like he's a Marcus.
Why Marcus?
It's what the vibe. It's what the vibe was telling me. It's like he was a Marcus. So they all scattered. We got our little video shoot done without interruption, and I was like, I think that's it. And Chris was like, you sure? And I was like, yeah, that's it. And he's like, what about the catacombs? And I was like, I'm gonna go.
My man.
Really? You
Seen this movie before.
Yeah, smart man. Smart man.
So it's funny you say that because Chris was like, I've been in some pretty sketchy places with you. This is the first time I've ever seen you uncomfortable.
Right.
The only way I can describe it is every ounce of my body was telling me, don't go down there.
That's crazy.
And then look, and then
if I wouldn't go.
and then the little rebellious voice, and I mean, they went, why? Yeah. Look, the other voice came back and said, nothing for you down there.
Oh my God, I want to fast forward to the good part.
There's nothing for you down there. No, that's the good part. So then we basically started rounding up and leaving. Like, now I have other pictures. Like, yeah, no, there wasn't nothing. There wasn't nothing.
Kind of
Like,
low-key. Wish you kind of went to the catacombs.
Yeah, high key.
So I can tell you there was empty lube bottles all over the place.
Yo.
I mean,
There's a Magnum wrapper on the ground. Like they were
Flexing.
everywhere.
Magnum wrappers
Let's go.
They were just flexing, and then that's a little flex too. But it's okay. Don't worry about that part. But then it was an experience. It's gonna be in the New Year's video. I don't ever plan on returning unless it's with a lot more people. Like, I need a lot more backup. Oh, wait a minute. When we were driving around there, we saw these dudes, like, because there's a factory behind it. Mm-hmm. And there's these dudes in safety vests, like security, driving around the factory, because the factory looks abandoned also. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is fucking weird, man. Because they came up as soon as we pulled up. And I was like, oh, they probably in on it too. Just like,
I mean,
hey, look, you go ahead and wear this vest. We're gonna go fuck in the woods. All right. We're gonna be safe out there.
Hey, I got the safety first.
Let me talk about what else is going on in my nerd week.
Yeah, you better get banned from Spotify. That's what's gonna happen.
So I watched Christmas Vacation.
Oh, okay.
Wow, some wholesome-ish.
So I was gonna just say this one part. That what did I tell you the story upstairs? It was yeah. So in the beginning, they go to drop.
I have no idea what Christmas Vacation.
You've never seen Christmas
He's
Vacation?
fucking 27.
Oh, you got.
He's a fucking child.
Who's in it?
You got to get
Chevy
a
Chase.
laptop
I
in the
just
trunk.
Chevy Chase.
Oh, you thought I meant Chevy Chase, Maryland? Yeah.
No, I thought Chevy Chase.
You got to watch it. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. You got to watch it.
About Christmas movies.
Yeah, man, you want to be American? You better watch it.
You got to watch it. You got to watch it. It's quite good.
It's
my sister says I'm American enough. That's all that matters to me, baby. You know what I'm saying?
It's very much, American Pie.
Yeah, no, American.
It's very much in line with like National Lampoon.
Same vibes.
Yeah.
Not a big National Lampoon guy either, man.
Look, it's good. I can't. It's good. It's good. Anyway,
I mean, I'll check it out.
It's all right. So they're driving in this station wagon, right? The family. So family is a mom, dad, 2 kids.
Okay.
And my baby is watching it.
Oh no.
And my baby says, "When the monster come out?"
Did you tell her it was a Christmas?
Ghostbusters. She thought it was Henry and the Henderson.
Oh, wow.
Oh no.
I thought it was the Ghostbusters.
She's like, the
wagon.
big monster come out, mess the car up.
She talk like that?
Huh?
Does she talk like that?
Yeah,
she does.
Monster.
She's hilarious, bro.
That baby is gonna be a class clown.
That baby is already
Dude, the whole
class
fam, honestly,
clown.
you've done a great job. The whole family's gonna,
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
but all like with the best part, different branches. Like, it's gonna be like she's gonna do this, she's gonna do this, and they're all gonna be successful.
They're all gonna be like
I
different
can
level
guarantee
of
it.
comedies.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking. I love even tonight, it's in the Christmas vibe, and I usually let my wife have the Bluetooth during Christmas because she plays Christmas music.
Also, kids call that the aux. You want to talk about staying young? Which I was like, you're dumb because you're on the Bluetooth. But
No. So it's funny because I call it the aux, but my kids say it's
dumb too.
But my kids say it's Bluetooth. It's like, what's an aux?
Yeah.
But
It's a cow. It's like you got
exactly. It's a male cow. So during the Christmas season, my wife plays Christmas music all the time, like nonstop.
Like 97.1.
But you got here the same. You got here right, like almost the same time my wife got home from work. So I already had the aux. So like I'm on this Wu-Tang kick still because So like we just had the Wu-Tang playlist kicking, and
where's that on Hulu right now? Is that like season 2?
Season 2 is complete.
Okay, got you.
Not to sidetrack you, but I did listen to. I haven't listened to all the playlists, but I listened to a few, like maybe 10 songs of it.
I shared the playlist with Gomez because
27 years old. You a fan?
Because he's,
so I know Wu-Tang.
Okay.
I've heard. I guess you could say they're more mainstream hits, so to speak. Like the first songs on the playlist, I loved it. That shit was great.
Which one? Come Do Me? Because it was like the old shit.
Yeah.
Like it's like the shit before they became Wu-Tang Clan.
It was I don't want to embarrass myself. I'm telling you, really young right now. GZA. Okay.
Them kids.
That first song.
Is it GIF or GIF?
Well, I was gonna say GZA, but I didn't want to embarrass myself.
It is.
But that first song was like in the club smoking. Like, that shit was amazing. I like that.
Yeah.
But some of the songs I did hear, I've heard before, but not all the way through. But I still like really enjoyed it.
Yeah, so like I've still been on that. Just that show has got me watching like a lot of old interviews and trying to kind of pick apart that stuff a little bit and dig into it a little bit. I built 3 playlists now. I have the Wu-Tang Clan playlist, which it's very comprehensive. If you ever get on Apple Music, I'd be more than happy to share it with you.
I'm on it now. God damn it! But like the
You should Apple Music?
When I don't. God, I hate deflecting, but like I set I wanted my alarm to be "Good Morning" by Kanye West. And
Good morning.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
It's the best way to wake up. I'm telling you, try it. But I couldn't. I have an iPhone now, so I couldn't do it through Spotify. I had to do it through Apple Music, so I paid $3 for this goddamn song or some shit like that, and then it automatically subscribed me to Apple Music. So
It's great.
I'm on there now. I'm paying $10 a month.
Great.
I might as
I
well
like
be
it.
on it.
It's great. Like
I've had no problem
So I
with
don't have Spotify. I'm
a huge fan of Spotify.
No, I have Apple Music just because.
Yeah, it's
so I still have. I always say I did 1 semester, like 2 semester college, but I still have my
Flex on him. Flex on him. Man, you smart as shit, bro.
He said, well, 2 semesters.
You know what I'm saying?
Whole ass
Obviously,
year, bro.
that didn't go too far.
But is it $10 a month and then everything's unlimited just like Spotify, or you have to pay per song?
No, Apple Music
honest
is
with you, I
limited.
don't
No.
know.
Apple Music is you pay that $10 is unlimited.
Okay,
It's
so same
unlimited.
thing with
All you want.
Spotify.
Yeah, you get
okay.
all.
Well, then I'm in.
You
then.
get everything you want.
Can you share playlists?
Yes.
Yes.
That's why he was saying he wants to.
Yeah.
share
So I
with you.
share my playlist with him.
Everything.
Is Nerd Rage Radio on there?
Yes, 100%.
Okay,
Then
then
I'm-
I'm-
so,
Leave us a 5-star rating.
You can do everything on Apple Music.
Okay.
so the only thing.
So Bobby does it different. Where like he actually will still go to iTunes and actually showing his little age here a little bit.
He's always tough.
And we'll actually just go maybe a song from the album. I mean,
Yeah,
but shout out to Bob because it supports the artist.
Correct.
Yeah.
But with Apple Music,
I ain't
it's just-
buying shit.
You can search anything.
I'm not.
You can search all the artists you want, all the songs, and if it's just there and you
Yeah.
download it, you're not paying anymore, for it.
Because
That
like,
makes sense.
I bought so there's this, just as an example, AZ had an album called Do or Die. It's amazing.
Do or Die?
Yeah, it's amazing. And there was a remix to the title track, Do or Die, featuring Raekwon, produced by the RZA.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been able to find it since I was a kid. I had it on vinyl.
Yeah.
Oh,
It never got like a tape release or a CD release or anything. I just stumbled across it in Apple Music recently.
Wow.
I instantly bought it because it's just from somebody uploading a bunch of songs and paying to upload it.
I didn't
And
know
in
you
the
could do that.
moment that somebody finds it and puts a copyright thing on it, it'll all get taken down. So now that I've bought it, it's mine forever. They can't take it away from me.
nice.
So that's why I buy
smart.
music.
I think the original was Dat Piff.
Yeah, so I mean, I was a Dat
Piff is
Piff
a
user.
classic.
I thought that was the
Mixtape thing.
original.
I mean,
Like you
that's-
could get anything from anywhere. Like if Wayne
That's-
dropped a mixtape only in Louisiana, like you
Correct.
was gonna get it on
that,
Dat Piff.
that Piff was like my whole high school thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a Dat Piff
I
guy
loved it.
too. I still know my login by heart.
Really?
Oh my god.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So three Wu-Tang playlists.
Yes. So Wu-Tang Clan, which is just like the 10 members, their the albums from the 10 members and and it's all in chronological order. So like it goes Genius had his solo deal first, so it goes his solo deal, and then Wu-Tang Clan, the Clan, and then Method Man, Old Dirty, Raekwon, and it goes in chronological order throughout their whole career.
Makes sense.
Of just the songs that I like.
Oh.
And then I have a Wu-Tang Affiliates playlist,
Extended universe.
which is just the Wu-Tang Extended Universe without the core. So Killer Army,
Red and Mass,
Sons of Man, no, Gravediggers.
Why not?
Because that's like, I'm gonna do a Hit Squad, Def Squad playlist, and I'm gonna put that more on there because it has more of a Hit Squad, Def Squad vibe to it. The Method Man, Redman collab stuff feels more like Def Squad than it does like Wu-Tang. Because it's more about like,
I get that. I just don't understand how it doesn't fall under.
So I have How High on there, the original version, not the Fly Robin Fly, not that one, but the original one.
Yeah.
I have that one on there, but not anything else.
Okay. It's got to fit.
It's got to fit the vibe of it. And then I have the Killer Bees playlist, which is all of it combined.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's quite comprehensive. It's something to behold. It's almost
something to be
like
how you gonna say that about your own shit?
Like, because I spent fucking 4 weeks on this shit.
Yeah, but
now.
you gotta let somebody else say it's something to behold.
Yeah. So like,
You're right.
but you know what's funny? Let me. We're gonna move off of that.
Yeah.
Because most of this is going on Patreon. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I was gonna say this is
most of that out.
What timestamp are we on?
Yeah. So let me.
Like 9:30.
I'm not even gonna do any news. I'm gonna do.
That's what I'm saying. You asked me, we're going to do nerds. I'm like, I don't think it's going to be a normal episode.
You're right. I'm gonna do one piece of news, and we're getting into questions.
Okay.
The piece of news I'm gonna get into, and it's only because it's gonna relate to questions.
Okay.
Joe, you can feel free to catch up on your video games.
Chris has asked me when I'm going to be home for dinner.
No, for this question.
Okay.
What's she making?
Versus.
Steak.
I mean,
Oh, look at some of that stuff. Man.
versus. Oh, I know.
Did anybody catch Versus this week?
No.
So all I saw was. So can I say who's on the verses?
All right, so the Versus was Bone Thugs and Harmony
Yeah.
versus 3-6
you-
Mafia.
So
Yeah.
the only thing I
That
saw about
happened
that
already?
is that they got in a little fight on stage. And I was like, yeah,
A fist fight? A fist
They got to a
fight?
Yeah.
fight. They got to a fight on stage.
I saw it was gonna happen. I didn't think it was happening this
No,
week.
it happened. It happened.
Oh, it
We've been
happened.
talking about it for a while.
Fuck.
So I didn't. So I'm the same boat as you. I didn't know that when it was happening.
Yeah.
Until I saw the clip when they started fighting on stage, and I'm like,
Was it because
Yo.
of Juicy? That's all I gotta say. Because the only strength that 3-6 would have had was Juice, unless
No,
they
Project
hold
Pat.
on, hold on.
Project Pat, come on, man.
But hear me
Project
out.
Pat.
But if you start pulling Project Pat, then you could pull anybody. Lil Chat, you can pull White Chocolate, you can pull everybody.
As long as somebody from 3-6 had some involvement with the creative process of it.
Then to me, 666 wins every time.
Yeah, they win. And I like, all right, so look, stop for just a second.
Yeah, we got ahead of ourselves. I apologize.
Our co-host who's not here tonight, Chris Pinkerton.
Because he don't like me.
That's not true. He actually,
He's from the South, though, right?
he gives me a hard time that I don't ever have guests when he's
gone.
here.
Yeah.
Only when he's gone.
He's a huge 3-6 fan.
I picked that up from when we met.
Huge
at the Halloween party.
3-6 fan.
Picked that up.
I have another buddy of mine, Eric B., who's a huge Bone fan. Not the one that was running for
That would
president.
have been. See, if you would have.
Bone.
I knew that. You could have
And
timed that a little better and had him
Not
both
the one that
here.
was running for president.
Had your own version.
Yeah, but he lives in Detroit. So like they both. What's funny is they both hit me up that week that it was coming out because I'm the rap guy, right?
Yeah.
And they both hit Pickard hit me up at Thanksgiving, and then Eric B hit me up on the text, and I had the same conversation with both of them because like Eric B hit me up, was like, "Can you believe this? Bone's gonna wash him."
Right.
And then Chris on Thanksgiving was like, 3-6 is gonna wash him.
I agree with Chris.
So I agree with Chris too. But let me say this.
I agree too.
The reason why that 3-6 is gonna wash Bone is because Bone's A tier catalog 3-6 can't touch.
I agree. But they only have like 2 or
But
3.
they don't have a B and a C list. Like and 3-6 has an A,
Timeless.
B, C, D. So if I was 3-6 and Bone was playing the A list, which is Crossroads,
Thuggish
Ruggish Bone, First of the Month,
And you could even throw in like the Pac joint AK-47.
and you could throw in the big joint. That's the 5.
Of course.
That's only
Yeah.
five.
That's the 5 joint.
Yeah.
So if
even still, those last 2 were very much like, we'll call it that Piff mixtape type shit.
not the big,
It wasn't
joint.
mainstream.
Not the big joint was mainstream.
The big joint. Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
So if those 5 come out and I'm 3-6,
But yeah,
and I'm 3-6, I just throw my trash at that.
100%. Because you know it's an L.
Correct. And then as soon as that's done, I got 15 songs to fucking bring
And then
you to
before
the
you know it,
slaughter.
Boner
The
trying to
audience
fight.
is gonna know. Like the people are gonna know.
So
Agreed.
That's the thing. The key thing is like what the people actually know. Like what the people actually listen to.
This was the only one for me that was predictable. And the fact that you're in line with what I'm saying, like I knew they only had, and they even showed it, like when Versus like let out the teaser, they showed how many like silver or platinum how many platinum albums everybody had, and it was like 2 for Bone.
No. Bone
Did I have
has,
it backwards?
No, yeah, Bone's
I had it
catalog
backwards. I'm sorry.
have sold insane amounts.
Yes, but I knew that these dudes had the hits that was the 3-6.
Correct, because Bone's catalog is. I know Eric's listening to this shit.
No, you don't be scared.
Like Bones
Don't be scared.
catalog is.
Don't be scared.
I know that's right. Bones catalog is sold on the strength of Crossroads and First of the Month.
100.
Well, I mean, but
That's
you can
it.
also argue of who kind of stayed relevant throughout the years after all. Like
That's what we're saying. 666 was
Which-
like it just kept
Triple
going.
Six still did.
Especially if you include
I'm gonna
everybody, Juicy J, Project Pat,
Yeah, Juicy
everybody.
J's still
You did the
relevant
whole-
now.
Yeah.
I mean,
gonna-
Juicy J has songs.
Joe, what
that,
do you
like,
think,
for
Joe?
most people my age,
Joe
high
has
school.
no
I know
idea.
First of the Month and Crossroads.
I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna stop this real quick just to save it, and we'll do a little quick palate cleanse. All right, so let me get into these questions. The whole reason why I brought up the verses was because we have questions related to the verses. Eric B wrote in, I want to make a point. That this was before the verses actually took place. And my dear friend, who almost fought for me one night, and I will never forget it, said, Pinkerton, 3-6 Mafia is going to get smoked.
How'd that play out?
Shit, boy.
Love the show, and yes, I want all the smoke. Take care, guys. Keep raging along. Go Power Rangers.
Hey,
So then he wrote back and said, my bad.
Respect.
So he wrote the long O, like hi with a bunch of eyes. There it is. With a bunch of eyes. While I think that Versus was one of their best ones, which I agree, Bone dropped the ball, especially in the beginning. I felt like they were trying to wait out 3-6 and their super popular club bangers. They were losing in the beginning. They made it close by the end, but how in the world do you not play First of the Month? Which I do agree with.
They missed that.
And it was only the second of the month. They could have got away with it. Love the
We miss you,
features,
John.
Love the features on both sides, and shame on Busy for almost messing up the bag and show. But props to Lazy and the rest of the both crews for being able to come back and finish the show.
Did you write this email?
No, but I feel the same way. Too close to call, but I'm riding with my Bone Boys, so to speak.
Hey, yeah, my bone boy. Yeah.
But man, it was a good one, which I do agree. Anyway, I'm man enough to admit when I was wrong. Oh, dude, I love him. I like it. That's big shit.
Yeah, that's real shit.
It wasn't a blowout like I thought it would be. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Sheesh. It was rough. All right, off of rap shit now. I'm off of rap shit. I got my rap fix. I could talk about 3-6 and Bone for the rest of the night. I love both, so to speak. This is from, I want to make sure I got the name right.
Joe Mama.
How am I supposed to pronounce that, Joe?
Where?
Why are you showing Joe? Show me.
Well, I should.
Yeah,
It's not
bro.
a number.
Why not me?
Dude. That's definitely not
Actually,
Chinese.
given this dude's first name in real life, I might.
What am I looking at?
Is it at the top?
Oh, Avila.
There you go, Avila.
See? Why'd you show
Avila?
Joe?
Yeah, like that's not Chinese at all, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Shout out to Avila.
He has no idea.
Hey, Nerd Rage crew.
Not all of us.
Angel again, but not Angel.
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 That's my that's actually my brother's name.
It might be
My older brother. Angel.
If you haven't heard already, Hasbro has recently announced they will be adding the Rancor Keeper to the Rancor. Have
I'm
you heard
sure
about
you-
this at all?
I'm sure
of
you've
course
been
I have.
inundated nonstop with messages about that.
They actually listened to the fans and added Malakili to the Rancor as a part of the base amount of backers needed to get this funded. I'm glad they listened, but I don't think it's just about everyone complaining. I believe they did this for 2 reasons. Reason 1, they spent too much money creating the mold and can't let this go. They haven't created the mold yet. Reason 2, they actually care about this project and wanted to be back. I doubt that as well. Now, I'm confident it's for the former, not the latter, but it could be for both reasons. I doubt it's for either.
I think it was strategic.
Anyways, I say all of that to say this, which I like that. Could we possibly push the envelope and get them to extend this for 45 days? Nope, they've already said they won't. And maybe get an ULA figure. Nope, they already said they won't do that either. They released this at a time where maybe they have spent their money for others. So let me just cut you off. I like enough respect. And I appreciate you writing in, and it's a good discussion topic. So here's the thing. The Rancor. Are you familiar with the Rancor? It was the monster underneath Jabba's. They dropped the people into it. He ate them. It's a classic trope on like the dragon in the dungeon. Like
The Dungeons and Dragons, no.
Jabba dropped.
Bro, what universe are we in?
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
The sand joint? Where
No. Before that,
Yeah.
it was like
There's a
it's
star
that
like
guy
that.
right there. You see that guy?
I do know that guy.
Okay.
Yep.
So he's in there, and they're doing a bigger version of him, and
Gotcha.
they didn't
Terrible
include.
CGI.
There's 2 characters. There was no CGI. It's
Maybe
okay.
maybe
It's
they're
okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
The digital.
You've had a big loss in your life. There's 2.
That's it. This is the second time I'm leaving.
There's two characters that coincide with that monster. One is this stripper slave girl named not Angela. That's Angel. Name Ula.
The blue joint? The blue
green,
stripper?
Green.
Greenish blue.
Yeah. No Ula, no Mula is what we've been
Gotcha.
saying. And
I don't know what that means either.
and the other one,
Don't talk
That's
to
what
me
they
no
said
more.
at the
Talk
fort.
to Joe.
They said that at the fort. No.
and the other one is Malakili, who is the Rancor keeper, who I often joke as I'm going to go for Halloween and just take my shirt off. He's like a bald, fat white guy, and he's the Rancor's handler.
Gotcha.
So
I do remember that actually.
they didn't include either one. And they initially said they were going to have them as stretch goals. When they didn't, they had stretch goals, and then he was Malakili, not Ula, was a stretch goal for a ridiculous amount of backers. I forget what it was, but this fucking thing wasn't going to get backed.
Nope.
So then they said we're just going to include it without a card. They made a point to say without a card. Do you know what that means, Joseph? It's coming to general retail.
Yes,
with
at
a
some
card.
point. Yep.
So you can get it exclusively without the card, but it's 100% coming to retail with a card. To answer his questions, when he said reason 1, they spent too much money creating the mold and can't let this go. So the truth is they haven't created the mold yet. The only thing that we've seen is a 3D printed version of this.
Now there's a 3D printing.
They
You never need a
need
mold.
the startup money to create the mold. So the mold has not been created. There is no Rancor mold.
Nope.
It blows my mind when you say like companies need the startup money.
Like, because it's a big, it's
That's
like,
a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
lot of
Like
money.
that's
What's a
going to
lot?
cost
Again, like
hundreds of.
ballpark it.
That's going to cost, I would say, probably $500,000.
It's crazy for you and me, but like a company,
But they're looking at bottom. They're always looking at the bottom, dude. That's why do you think people get paid minimum wage? They
break
don't have to be.
even, like see what happens. Like,
No,
and,
that's
and
not-
I
that's not-
imagine
they
they're
didn't get rich and
outsourcing.
big
We're
that
not
way.
talking about
They
American.
didn't get big and rich that way, bro. They did not get rich that
You're
way.
right. You're right. You're right.
So the
It's so
sec-
crazy to think, though, man. That's wild. I mean, it's a wild amount of money.
But here's my thing: as a business, you take a loss to write off. Like, I don't know. I have a hard time
But
understanding.
it's going to be a substantial loss, right? Because here's the thing: the box that would be needed to hold that thing, so to speak, there's not a store.
Damn, that was a good one.
There's not a store in the U.S. that would carry it. See, if Toys R Us were still around, there might be.
But you ain't gonna see that shit at Target.
But with Toys R Us gone, Walmart's not going to stock that shit. They're
Too much
it's
real estate.
It's the real estate is too valuable to give up that amount for that.
And
The same
who's
thing
going
with
to buy it
Target.
from a fucking Walmart?
So it all comes down to money. So these big stores are not going to carry it. So they got no way to distribute it. The only way that they had to distribute it is direct to customer. And if they're going to distribute it direct to customer, they want that money up front.
I'm terrible at math.
The same way they would want that money up front from Target or Walmart.
True.
I'm
That
terrible
makes
at
sense.
math.
That makes sense.
In order to break even, assuming it was 500,000.
They don't
For
want to
the
break
mold.
even. They don't
For
want to
the
break
mold.
even.
Assuming
Yeah.
you have 1,000 followers, minimum, just on the podcast. This ain't even really a TF podcast, right?
Knock on wood. As of right now, we got 1,000.
Right. And I'm telling you,
this
I'm
episode,
on here.
We're gonna be at 500 or 1,500.
I got to edit. By the time I finish editing this tomorrow, it might be 600.
This is my second time on here. It's going up. All right.
Hey, yo, I like the confidence.
You see what I'm doing? You see what I'm doing? I'm getting numbers out here. What's the math on that? 500,000, 500, or 5,000 followers? Or 5,000 sales?
How much
sales?
Joe when I said the math?
It would be people. It would be 5,000. It'd be
5,000 sales. You have 1,000 followers, and this is not the only person that would be interested in that.
But not everyone's gonna pay.
Right.
Just because
So
they like you doesn't mean they're gonna give you money.
Right. They crowdfunded this for $350. They needed 9,000 backers to do it, and they were at 6,000 an hour ago or 3 hours ago.
And you're talking
6,000 3 hours.
Yeah. And you're talking
I mean,
about
you're already talking about even-ish.
Yeah. They would break even, but they wouldn't gain.
and I'm telling
why would you
you-
spend the
still
money
crazy
to
think a
invest
company
in
would do that.
something to break even?
They're like,
But that's not their only-
We need a certain amount of people to even consider even.
I
doing
understand
this,
why they would
you know?
poll it, but I also understand that, like, even if my thing is as a business person, like, if I strike even, I'm giving the people what they want, and that's the name of the game.
And if you're breaking even, not losing either. So it's like
Exactly. I'm willing
But
to
it's a
break.
lot of
I don't
effort
know,
to
man.
go through the motion to not make any money for a company who
So look,
But if you're a company
so
that
look,
makes
it's
already
gone up.
millions
It's gone up
beforehand?
1,000 backers.
since they
I'm telling
announced.
you, I'm telling you, the money's there.
It might make it. It's
The
at
money's there.
It's at 7,187 backers. It has 1 hour and 55 minutes to make it. So it needs another 1,000 every hour. I don't think it's going to make it.
Also, I think they've been known to fudge numbers with that fucking Unicron.
So I agree with that as well. I agree with that.
Who's fudging it, and for a reason? Who's fudging the numbers?
So Hasbro, because they don't want to
'Cause
lose face,
Yeah.
right? Like it's the same thing with they had the Rancor keeper Malakili. Oh, once you break 13,000 or whatever, then we'll throw him in. Oh wait, it's not getting funded. He's just going to come with it, but he's not going to come on card now because we can sell him on card later.
The one,
and also, like, if you know
It's all
they'll-
business,
if-
all business,
if-
yeah,
and if you
yeah.
know they'll go back, let's say they say, okay, we're only going to release it at 9,000, and they only get 8,000. They can't be like, okay, we'll release it anyway. They have to pretend they get to 9,000. Otherwise, no one's going to back shit anymore. They will just wait. There's no urgency to go back.
Yeah, and now the problem is in the future. Let's say G.I. Joe is the next thing, right? And Serpentor, do you know?
I do.
Okay, so Serpentor's chariot is like a little.
I know it.
Okay, that's going to come. It's for $200, but it doesn't come with Serpentor. And people hold out. People are going to hold out because they're going to be like, oh, just give it enough time. Serpentor's going to get thrown in the same way that Malakili got thrown in.
What you got to do is set the precedent
Correct.
as
Exactly.
the business that you want to be.
I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
I'm
But
supporting
what they're
you, Bobby.
doing. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
We're parking our cars in the same garage.
I'm telling you, I'm backing you.
Yeah, that's what they're saying, so to speak. That's what they're saying is they're saying that, like, we know we can't sell this without the Rancor Keeper. Now, this guy, Steve so-and-so, I follow him on Instagram. He used to be the head of the Star Wars department on Hasbro.
Slay flex.
Yeah, you know what I mean. He doesn't follow me back, though, so it's okay.
I'll trade you a joint for a joint.
Come on, you trying to get me too wild, man.
This is the one time. It's the one time.
You know, but like he said, they said no. Somebody wrote in his comments, no Ula, no Mula. And
Was you right or wrong?
It's clever.
So they're right because like Ula is a breaking point for me. I'm with it. Like no Ula, no Mula. If Ula goes up right now, I'm backing it right now.
Right.
But like for Ula, Steve, the guy who used to be the head of the department of Hasbro Star Wars, said, I don't even know if she's an option right now. Meaning that a slave girl in a sexy outfit may not be on the table in today's climate.
Now, do you say that because? Oh, okay.
That's literally what she was. The character that she was.
Correct.
That's
can't
like
record
literally
yourself, so
correct.
speak.
Again, everything is like context. Like that's what I remember
Yeah.
from Star Wars. You said the
That's
stripper
accurate.
joint. I was like the blue joint, and you were like,
Right.
well, green. And I'm like, when you say green, I'm like, yes,
Correct.
her with the ears and everything. Like, yeah,
Ears.
that's what I remember. And you know what? Now that I think about it, the only reason I said blue was because of what's her name's character, and people hate me right now. Yes, her. Yeah. So, but
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not a Star Wars guy, and I'm like, oh, I know who you're talking about. And it's Jabba, and then the hoe, and then
Hey, yeah.
So
Ula with the Buddha.
If I am
with the Buddha.
if I am Hasbro, right, and as a I'm 40 years old, as a 39-year Star Wars fan,
40,
and I am going to make this product. You are going to fund the Rancor. It's going to come with Ula. It's going to come with Malakili. It's going to come with this bone assortment. And the stretch goals would be the Gamorrean Guard on a vintage card that wouldn't be available at retail. And
Do you need the gate?
maybe the gate.
Yeah.
You know, and like that would be it. And I think that would be more than enough. Like, it's $350. Like, yes, it's not pocket change, but it's not a quarter scale statue.
it's
like,
not fucking $500,000.
It's feasible.
Yeah.
And if I needed to throw extra goals in, it would be Jabba on a throne, a new updated Jabba on a throne. Like, it would be shit like that. Like,
The way the
from the
fuck
Mando
far.
series.
you know,
Jabba on the throne from the Mando series.
No, from Jedi. It would have to circle around that event.
Yeah.
Everything would have to be focused
There's only
on
one
the Rancor.
scene, really.
Yeah.
I
would
only
throw
asked because I knew I was wrong.
I would throw in,
Love to hear it.
I would throw in a 3PO with like
just tap out on this conversation.
goo all over him and shit.
Ooh.
You know, like the green Jabba juice.
Hey, you.
Yeah, I know. And he said, so good discussion. And then somebody also said, could you give an extension, or is there any hint of an extension? Because that's the other component that going into this right now on HasLab, the crowdfunding. There's a proton pack, a striker jet, and this all at the same time as Christmas. Like, there's a lot of expenses out there for a lot of people, and
that's all the same demographics. You're trying to hit the same fucking people up with the same money.
Correct. And Steve said there will be no extension. So he said there will be no extension and there will be no Ula. So I don't know. An update on the New Age Megatron and Soundwave I've ordered recently. They are fucking awesome. And to my surprise, a very close friend of mine was nice enough to knock off a Holy Grail off my list as an early gift for my 26th birthday. 26! Which is G Creation's Fuma Metallic version. That is a great.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, that's all I got for this. Thank you guys for the show and reading my long-ass email.
Well, you know, it sound, at least, I don't really know what he was talking about, but he sounded sophisticated. Sounded like he knew what he was talking about.
Sophisticated.
He did and I respect that. I respect that.
I respect it too. And more importantly, happy birthday to that young guy.
No, feliz cumpleaños, amigo.
There it is.
All right.
For the culture.
So this next one is from Seth. He said, hey guys, been on the road a lot lately for work and decided to try a new restaurant. It was called Karma and looked really good online. I get there and sit down and I ask the waiter for a menu. He looks at me and says, there are no menus. You get what you deserve. He said, I do Gundam mostly for my hobby and I'm absolute dog shit at diorama work. I am decent painter, but my texture skills are a bit lacking when it comes to dios. I have a computer I'm doing, and I have a commission. I don't know what that means. I have a comp I'm doing in January, and I'm competition.
Oh, my man.
And I'm kind of at a loss for what kind of diorama I should do. What are some good resources that you guys go to for diorama ideas, especially for something that doesn't really have a visual to compare to, since it's just written in Word? So it depends on the word. I feel like what is the goal? But I feel like
Check out Bob the Builder series.
if there's a lot of. If you join the Patreon for $5 a month, there's a lot of diorama videos on there that give you tutorials. If you don't want to do that, which I understand and respect, stone, dirt, like rock, easy shit to manipulate and texture is the way to go.
Dry brush.
Yeah, just paint, wash, dry brush.
Looks good.
Yeah,
Man, this sounds like some construction shit. My dad used to do back in the day. Man. He still does, man. That's what it sounds like to me, man.
That's your best luck. Chris isn't here, unfortunately, for you.
I mean, he's literally a professional.
But I offer an awful lot of tutorial information on the Patreon, Seth.
When did he say the comp was?
January.
In January.
Oh, so
there's
Chris
plenty of time.
Try to make
Chris,
sure Chris comes back to it.
Chris, if you listen to this, put it in your notes because I am not remembering.
Yeah. That'd be
Exclamation point on the notes, boy.
But would you agree stone, rock,
Yeah, they can't go wrong. Always those straight because
easy.
that shit pops.
Just watch Bob Ross on Netflix. That's what I do.
Bro, I love Bob Ross on. Except I'm still not watching that documentary because I don't want to be tainted.
Yeah, his son is on it and keeps it 100.
So his son's a good dude, man.
99 plus 1.
His son's in that documentary. Listen, this is from. Oh my god, it's long as fuck.
I'm
So to
almost
speak.
out.
You're almost out.
It's 10:15.
Yeah, I know.
Krista keeps texting me. And
Tell it.
Oh man, don't
tell her that.
Let me move that.
I've seen her.
Sup, Ragers. Bobby, give Joe a break. I didn't even say Power Rangers. First and foremost, happy belated Thanksgiving. I'm going to move to the next sentence. Also, hope that the trip to Fort Armistead was fun. We covered it here.
Nice.
Sincerest thanks for the sound bites. Bobby, I need you to play Epic Deliverance again. I know I paused it too early. So he has to the entire crew. Christmas is coming up, and our TVs are always set to something that celebrates it. What's your favorite Christmas special and/or movie?
Fucking Yolok, bro.
For Bobby, excluding the ref because we both know it's amazing. After the ref, for me, would probably be Christmas Vacation. Movie for me is Christmas with the Cranks. Critics hate it, et cetera, et cetera.
I'm a big Home Alone guy.
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Die Hard.
Huh?
Die Hard.
Die Hard. No, wait. Die Hard.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's a fucking Christmas movie.
Since he
It's
said
not.
it, since he
It's
said
not.
it, since he said it, I will pick Die Hard over
But it's
Home Alone.
not.
Yeah, I'm
It's
still like,
not.
I way the fuck
pick
outnumbered right now.
understand- I
You way the fuck outnumbered
My
right
man
now,
done
bro.
started something.
I understand the
Die
argument.
Hard. Die Hard all day.
I understand.
Die Hard.
Hey, Bobby, he don't want to hear what the fuck you gotta say.
Die Hard.
That's the Trump
Die Hard.
talking.
Hey, whoa.
I understand. I understand why,
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
but I don't think it is. I think it's an honorable mention. I think it belongs in its own category underneath Christmas movies.
I'm with you.
But anyway, I'm on the verge of purging some stuff from a collection, primarily eBay. 2 questions. If you ever had to sell a toy either in person or at a convention or online, what was your hardest sale to date and why?
Oh, so shit, bro.
Mine was my my Feral Rex. I didn't feel right when I sold it, and I bought it back.
Wow.
Well, why didn't you just feel
For the
right
same
selling
price?
He didn't really want to get rid of it.
Because it didn't fit with my scale. Like it was too short for the rest of the guys it was supposed to be hanging out with. But
That's like me.
so to speak. But I did really like the piece. You know,
So it's more like you. It's more like kind of hard to let go kind of thing.
it's like it was a great thing that didn't fit in with my collection.
Where you thought it should be, but
Correct.
instead it should be somewhere else.
That
So
was
you didn't want it out there in the world because that's a
Yeah,
representation.
and somebody else now has my Feral Rex. I bought somebody else's. You know,
So,
like-
hey, there was a whole world out there for it
yeah, that's true. That's true.
that I needed to explore.
Dude, my Feral Rex belongs to the streets.
Dude,
For the streets.
The reason why I say what I just said was because when I work at my construction job, but funny enough, it was a white guy, Italian. He told me
I like them already.
He always told me, "Yo, you need to get the fuck out of this job and actually go do something." And what he liked to say to me was like, sometimes in the morning when we got to a little early in the building, we look out the window. this is what I'm saying. He would be like, he would tap me on my shoulder and be like, "Hey, there's a whole world out there, waiting for us to do something with it."
Hey, yo. In Spanish or English?
No, in English. He's like, "It's too late for me." But you're young as fuck, so. But the thing is, he would do
That's
it.
some real shit.
Yeah.
He could do it consistently. I shit you not, consistently every night, every morning we go to work, and if we had just happened to stand by the window, tap on my shoulder, and be like, look, he'd be like, "Look, there's a whole world out there." Waiting for us to do something with it. and eventually, I mean, and now I'm a mopping.
Yeah,
I'm
big
living a good
mopper.
life.
Big mopper.
Hey, mopping.
Listen, like Young Nudie, for those you don't know, rap artist, Young Nudie, he said, "Keep it 99% with these motherfuckers. Don't keep it 1%. Because fuck them."
All right, so look, next question is to me. He said, "Do you ever plan on finishing the dirty deeds you started years ago by finishing disc 3 of Dragon Ball Z?" No, I do not.
I love Dragon Ball Z.
Same. It's not good, but I love it.
Okay, so quick question. Hey, sorry, sidetrack real
Send
quick.
it.
Real quick.
he's got to go. So I'm trying to get through this.
It's fine. Go ahead. We're talking about anime here.
Talking about
Super.
anime, exactly.
Super. Did you watch Super?
I have been watched 3 of the movies so far, but I've not
No,
watched the
Super.
series.
Super. The anime series, Dragon Ball Z Super.
Right? No, I have not watched it.
Watch it.
Is it because like at the beginning seems to drag? That's why I said I watched
It
the
does.
movie.
No, drag.
I watched the movies, but not the tournament arc.
So you saw Dragon Ball Z Broly?
Yeah, Bro's my favorite.
Beautiful.
I fucking love Bro.
Watch Super.
So he had a
Same
question.
point to Cowboy Bebop. The first 2 episodes suck.
But
Fucking rock with it. Trust
Super.
me.
Watch Super. That's all I'm saying.
all
Watch
right,
Super.
Bobby.
So he had a question for Chris, but Chris is not here. So if you want to send it back to Chris, please just email it back. We're crunched for time. He had a question for Joe.
Yo,
He said, you mentioned to never go to Friday Night Magic. Any chance you might have a story or two to share, at least somewhat odd moments either you personally had of Friday Night Magic or you've had floating around the metaphorical?
oh no! Every time I've walked in and walked out, like I was immediately
Turned off.
Turned off. I was immediately repelled. I'm like, I don't fucking belong here. This shit is not good.
He said, speaking of magic, I got an MTG joke I always wanted to try with players when I encounter them. So shout out to the rest of the spell table. If you cast spells, as far as I'm concerned, you're a part of the spell table. And shout out to the rest of the planeswalkers. Jace on our notes and our Twitter, Karn on Facebook, and Garuk on Instagram, and anyone else who might be working behind the scenes.
Love it.
And with that, big anime titties stay golden.
Oh, big anime titties.
and he
Love
sent,
those too.
he sent a bunch
Shout
of
out
Are you
to
more.
guys hentai people?
No.
Hell
Yes,
no.
of course.
I'm sorry. No.
Hell no.
No, bro.
Why
He
is
sent
V-
a,
Because I feel
he sent
I
a,
love that shit.
he sent a bunch more.
I feel too weird. I feel too it's
I
just
don't.
it's
I
just
don't. I
anime
love-
drawing. I can't do it, man.
He sent a bunch more audio clips. I'll play
My bad,
it.
Bobby.
Next week.
I'll play it another time. But he said, so this is from Richie. He said, living on the other side of the planet makes it pretty hard to get involved in fandoms outside of the internet. Nothing wrong with being online, but there's nothing like mingling with everyone and shaking hands. That's true.
Shout out to that.
If Bud Ice allows international travel in the near future, what would you recommend is the best convention to come say
He said
hi?
ice.
So look,
Hey, Corona.
Richie,
But ice.
to say hi to us would probably be Baltimore unless that other show was going to be local, or get with me about Skullfest.
Yeah, no offense to you personally, but you ain't going to really catch me anywhere.
Ever since he's told me about Skullfest, I've been wanting to go to Skullfest.
So Skullfest is happening this year.
Oh, is it?
You'll definitely both be invited.
Okay.
Adonde.
Yeah. Yeah.
gotta be living in a neighborhood. You'll be fine.
I'll tell you when off.
Okay.
Yeah.
But all I want to say is, I've heard this for like 2 years now, and I am looking forward. I mean,
I am too.
if I get invited,
It's a good time.
I was
it's a
looking
good
forward to the Halloween party. I wasn't. You got stories. To read.
Yeah. All right. So this is from Shane G. God bless. So after listening to you guys talk about accents, it got me thinking more times than not when you hear a person on television with a Louisiana accent, it's normally some sort of New Orleans style, etc. So the New Orleans area has its own set of accents depending on what side of the lake you're on. If you start traveling west into the more, did he give me the whole breakdown? I've lived my whole life, so because of this, I'm happy to tell you guys anything you want to know. Go Power Rangers. He doesn't have a question this week, and we're super pressed for time this week, Shane G. So I apologize, but
Shane, you don't turn on the TV and hear anybody sound like this. So the people in the South sound funny
because it has like a French.
Well, where's he from?
Oh,
Where's
New
he from?
Orleans.
From New Orleans.
From
Yeah,
New
New
Orleans.
Orleans.
That's
New
a French and
it's got the
Creole.
Creole and all
Yeah,
that.
That's
we don't
real
need-
heavy.
Yeah, we get that.
It's almost like a different language.
Yeah.
This is from Billings, who I adore. I was curious, how do you balance what would be considered normal home decor versus normal decor?
Live, laugh, love.
So Joe doesn't balance,
Fuck no.
and you
Life,
got
anime, it's life, bro. What the fuck you talking about?
so.
I like that, though. I like that, man.
So for me, the basement is mine, and then
Man
And you
cave, so to
slowly
speak.
creep-
So to
and
speak,
then-
right?
no,
Man
and-
cave, so to speak, or no?
And then it slowly creep
Yeah, it's
upstairs, though.
crept
It's
upstairs.
crept upstairs, bro.
So the thing is like,
office, the fucking
But am I saying originally can't say man cave originally?
originally.
nah, regular room,
No, it was
So
originally
you,
man
you
cave.
never consider a
This shit
man
wasn't
cave to begin
finished.
with?
just a regular room.
No,
This is not a man cave.
it's definitely fucking man
No,
cave.
regular room. How many times
Regular
you gotta say regular room? It's just
Regular room.
regular
You're
room.
telling me all this
Regular
stuff
room.
right there. It's not.
No, the kids. It's
Regular
what-
room.
Eventually, the kids
abnormal
don't
as
like.
fuck. Not regular at all. Don't fucking listen to this motherfucker.
But Laura, the thing is as the collectibles have gotten higher quality, Laura has been more accepting to having them in the general area.
It's like display pieces. They're not toys anymore.
Correct. So as they move into hot toys and statues, she's been like, yeah, I actually wouldn't mind looking at this. Because like my kids are named after this shit. Like it has meaning.
It's part of your life.
Correct.
Heavy part of your life.
So like that's the key to it is like it's a like I mean, not for nothing, like the floors that we have on our middle floor are only possible from this shit. Like because of a show that a series of shows that we worked. Mm-hmm. So like my wife wouldn't have the floors in our house without Batman, without Optimus Prime, so it's like it's part of the fabric of our life.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's different for us, but I would say
it's not the same as like a normal person couple with one person who's into nurtured and one person.
This is for me. This is my space. No, this is everybody's space.
Yeah. The key to it,
and how much? I apologize, but how would you would love for your daughters to come down and be like, tell me more about this one. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just as much mine as it is yours.
And they couldn't care less.
Because they like anime.
Eventually, I'm telling you,
they like anime.
Only the oldest.
It's coming.
Oh, is it only? Okay.
Only the oldest. The other two are kind of like, the other two had to break it to her.
Did they don't like anime?
They're like, look, we're really not into it.
You'll be fine.
We just like hanging out with you.
That's cool
That's
too,
cool,
though.
though.
That's more than most dads got.
And then our last question is from Garinger. It says, got a few questions for Chris.
Next week.
I'll just save it for next week.
I'm interested though.
Yeah, it's wrestling stuff.
Wrestling.
No, I'm out.
I have no idea.
He probably fake slapped that dude in the chest. Chris is gonna kill me when I see him.
But it was real.
I'm going to do some serious editing to this.
Bro, I don't know how much of this you can get even.
I'm putting it up. I'm putting it up raw on Patreon. For everybody else, I hope it was somewhat cohesive.
And I apologize.
You put out the first hour and then cut out the last 3.
Yeah, I know it's around I know it's around 156 that it starts going off the rails.
You gotta make your money today, buddy.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'm happy to do it. So Joe has to get out of here, and I want to get a picture of us before he gets out of here. So
I still got work tomorrow. Shit.
With that being said, shout out to everybody we normally shout out, and special thanks to you two gentlemen for joining in.
Yeah, that was a fucking great fucking time.
Happy
to be here. Had a good time. Happy to be here.
Oh, I love to hear it. Coming back for another episode.
If I get invited back in.
Oh, I love to hear it,
bro.
And you come back for a third.
You already know.
Oh, I love to hear it. You're gonna be living a couple doors down.
Yeah. So you think it's a joke until it happens, man. I'm telling you.
And with that,
flappy labias.
You had 3.5
hours to think about this.
You fumbled the bag.
Flappy ears.
Dumbo.
Dude, I'm sorry for that.
It's all good. He's like fucking 12 Modelo's in right now.
You have 10 seconds. Yeah, right. Damn, I can't follow that up. White cuticles.
What? That's even worse. What?
Tight dick player.
With tight dick player.